The DM slides the new level 20 character sheet for Sir Randall Gillian to the front of his binder, setting aside the old one. He places the map of Deadstone Cleft in a prominent position. Here is my understanding of the new situation. Weeks have passed since your capture of the Lich. Your prisoner is secured, but Townmaster Harbin Wester is still missing, lost to the void. I will use your updated level 20, Fighter 19, Cleric 1 character sheet for all roles. I will prompt you for all reactions: Mage Slayer, Shieldmaster Evasion, Charger, and Opportunity Attacks. I will ask if you wish to use one of your 3 uses of Indomitable upon any failed saving throw. All loot will be from official 5e sources, awarded according to your investigation rolls. We are ready. Let us begin. Adventure Hook, the Bargain of Broken Minds. The DM's voice lowers, adopting the narrative tone. It has been 3 weeks since your victory on the airship. Phandalin is a hive of activity. Mages from Neverwinter, hired with your funds, are hard at work, etching permanent wards of forbiddance and magic circle into the stones of the town jail. The bound, unconscious Lich is secure. Your new airship, the Void Revenge as the townsfolk have dubbed it, floats silently above the town, a stark reminder of your power. But there is a pall over the celebration. Harbin Wester is gone. You have spent weeks in study and divination, but the trail is cold. Tonight, like every night, you retire to your quarters in the newly rebuilt Townmaster's Hall. You are attuning to your new Calamemnon crystal, its cold aura, a familiar comfort. As you drift into a meditative trance, it begins. It is not a sound, but a pressure inside your skull. A voice, smooth as polished obsidian, enters your mind. It is ancient, patient, and vast. We see you, little knight. You search for the one called Harbin, the one you let fall into the void. Asterisk. He is not lost. He is preserved. I have him. Asterisk. An image flashes in your mind. Harbin Wester, pale and terrified, floating in a pulsing crystalline pod. He pleads for rescue, though his mind trembles. He is useful, but I will trade him. You hold an item of power, a spellbook, taken from a defeated rival. Asterisk. Bring the book. Bring it to the place these dreams show you. Come to the Deadstone Cleft. Come, and I will return your precious Townmaster. Unharmed. Asterisk. The dream shifts, showing you flashes of a deep, wet subterranean river running through a massive cleft in the earth. You awaken with a jolt. The telepathic contact is broken. You know with chilling certainty that the message was real. The choice is yours. You are in your quarters in Phandalin. Your retainers, Percival, Edda, and Milo, are in the hall. Your fiend, Malphas, is bound to the airship. The Lich's spellbook is in your handy haversack. What do you do? The DM nods grimly. The air in the room, still heavy with the lingering chill of your near attunement, now crackles with new purpose. That was no dream. Whatever creature that is, it has Harbin. You throw open the door to your quarters. My retainers? To me now? Seconds later, the 3 of them hurry into the room. Percival, ever prepared, is holding a small ledger. Edda has a hand on her belt dagger. Milo nearly trips entering. Master Randall? What is it? Percival asks, his eyes immediately noting the dangerous, determined set of your jaw. You waste no time. You recount the entire, invasive telepathic vision. The cold, ancient, and unnervingly patient voice that spoke directly into your mind. The horrifying image it showed you. Harbin Wester, pale and terrified, floating in a pulsing crystalline pod. The creature's identity, an elder brain dragon. The bargain, Harbin's life in exchange for the Lich's spellbook you recovered. The destination, a place called the Deadstone Cleft. Your retainers react instantly, their unique personalities on full display. Milo Reedleaf, messenger. Saints preserve us, a voice. Inside your head? Like the mind monsters? Oh, poor, poor Townmaster. But sir, a psionic dragon, a quest to a cursed cleft. This is the most terrifyingly heroic tale yet. We must save him. Edda Flintlock, attendant. She scoffs, her hand tightening on her dagger. Right. So a monster in your head tells you to bring a Lich's spellbook to a dragon brain to maybe get Harbin back. Sounds like a trap. A stupid, obvious trap. Percival Dunn, Major Domo. He pushes his spectacles up his nose, his expression grim. Edda is blunt, sir, but her logic is sound. This is, without question, a lure. This Elder Brain Dragon is a creature of mythic power. To offer a trade for the spellbook means it either fears you, or it is so confident in its superiority that it does not fear the trap being sprung. He pauses, then nods once, firmly. However, Townmaster Wester was taken while under your protection. The Gillian honor, and your oath as protector of this town, demands a response. The Void Revenge is crewed and ready. We can be airborne in 20 minutes. Percival is already calculating fuel and travel time. Edda is checking her crossbow bolts. Milo has a fresh piece of parchment out, ready to chronicle the journey. They look to you. What are your orders, Sir Randall? Wise? Ha. Edda Flintlock grunts, checking the tension on her crossbow string. Just means I've seen more traps than Milo's seen festivals. And this is the biggest one yet. But you're right. Can't leave the townmaster to those things. Good. We go in, get Harbin, and get out. Fighting a dragon brain in its own hole is a fool's game. Percival Dunn makes a meticulous note in his ledger. Understood, sir. A primary objective of extraction, with a secondary objective of neutralization, if feasible. And the artifact kills non-magical vegetation on touch. A curious side effect indeed. I shall ensure your gloves are well maintained. A small price for the power of flight and its other properties. Milo Reedleaf stifles a laugh. Haha. Oh, that's a good one, sir. No roses for the ladies. I'll have to remember that for the chronicle. Percival clears his throat, cutting the levity short. To your command, Sir Randall. I have already consulted the maps provided by the Neverwinter mages. The Deadstone Cleft is located deep in the high-altitude, treacherous passes of the Northern Sword Mountains. By conventional travel, it would be a fortnight of perilous climbing. Aboard the Void Revenge, we can ignore the terrain. We shall be airborne immediately. I calculate we will arrive at the Cleft's coordinates before nightfall. You and your retainers waste no time. You march through Phandalin, the townsfolk parting respectfully as you pass your bound prisoner's cell. You ascend the ramp to your captured airship. Malphas, bound to the vessel, is waiting by the rune-covered wheel. Its voice enters your mind, a low rumble of hellfire and iron. A new hunt, Master? This ship of screaming souls is yours to command. The Void Revenge lifts silently into the sky, leaving the safety of Phandalin behind. It sets a swift course for the jagged, storm-shrouded peaks of the Sword Mountains. Hours pass. The journey is tense, the air growing colder as you gain altitude. As Percival predicted, the sun is beginning to set as the airship slows. Below you, through the swirling clouds, you see it. A massive, dark fissure in the earth, a scar on the mountainside from which a dark, foaming river gushes. This is the Deadstone Cleft. The moment you are above it, the telepathic voice returns, no longer a whisper, but a clear, commanding broadcast in your mind. We see you. You have come. Follow the water's path to its source. We are waiting. Percival lowers a sounding line and shakes his head. Sir, the airship cannot fit inside that subterranean passage. The cleft is too narrow. You must proceed on foot, or, I suppose, by air. You stand on the ramp of the Void Revenge, hovering 100 feet above the raging subterranean river of Area 1. The echoes of a great waterfall boom from deep within the darkness. Your retainers stand back, readying the anchor and supplies. You have your Calamemnon crystal, which grants you a 30-foot flying speed. The entrance to the dungeon is below you. What do you do? The DM nods, a faint smile playing on his lips. He gestures to your retainers. Percival Dunn steps forward, his face a mask of professional concern. Sir, to send you in alone against a psionic entity of that magnitude, it is a risk of the highest order. But your command is law. We will keep the Void Revenge secure. Saloon watch over you. Edda Flintlock tosses you your bag of holding, and a reinforced pouch containing your vital potions. Right, she grunts. Try not to get your brain eaten. I don't want to hear Malphas describe that mess. Milo Reedleaf just clutches his chronicle, his eyes wide. You're going in alone? Sir, this will be your greatest chapter. Be safe. You turn to the towering Pit Fiend, who lets out a low, sulphurous rumble. Malphas, you're with me. Take this potion of invisibility. You will be my chronicler. Stay hidden. Stay out of the fight until I give a command, or until you see me fall. Malphas regards the small vial, then you. A slow, terrible smile spreads across its features. Hide, master, I am the terror of the 9 hells. I do not hide, but I will observe. Your arrogance demands a precise record. Very well. I shall be your unseen shadow. The fiend takes the potion and uncorks it. In a ripple of displaced air, the 12-foot-tall demon vanishes from sight. Let whatever guards this place face me head-on, you declare, stepping to the ramp. You do not sneak. You engage the Calamemnon crystal, and its 30-foot fly speed allows you to descend with the grace of a hawk. You activate its aura of cold. A 20-foot sphere of biting frost forms around you, the mist from the river below instantly freezing, shattering and falling like snow as you descend 100 feet into the echoing darkness of Area 1, the river gate. The noise of the waterfall is deafening. You land on a slick, dark ledge next to the raging torrent. Your passive perception is a 23. The DC to notice the trap is 18. Your keen eyes, trained for duplicity, immediately spot something amiss. Just 10 feet ahead, a large section of the stone floor looks newer. Loosely fitted, you have automatically detected a pitfall trap. You've barely had time to process this when the psionic voice slams into your mind, no longer a whisper but a deafening roar. So, the little knight arrives. You were told to come. You were not told to bring him. The voice seems to refer to your invisible, fiendish chronicler. The river in front of you explodes upward. A colossal, armored head, larger than a carriage, bursts from the foaming water. Steam billows from its nostrils, instantly freezing in your cold aura. It is a dragon turtle, but its eyes are not the dull yellow of a beast. They are glowing with a sickening, purple psionic light. It is a thrall. It opens its massive beak, and instead of a roar, a wave of steam and the dragon's psionic voice fills your mind. The master demands the book. I am the gatekeeper. Surrender it, or be crushed. Roll for initiative. I will roll for you and the dragon turtle. Sir Randall initiative, roll 19, plus 9 equals 28. Dragon turtle initiative, roll 6, plus 0 equals 6. You are first, Sir Randall. Round 1, initiative 28, Sir Randall Gillian. You stand on a slick 10-foot ledge in Area 1. A pitfall trap is 10 feet in front of you. The dragon turtle is in the river, 20 feet beyond the trap, 30 feet total from you. Its head and neck are exposed. Malphas is invisible, hovering near the ceiling, observing. What do you do? Edda was right, as always. It is a trap, but one I face head-on. Turtle, I will give you the taste of the Red Wizard's blade. Round 1, continued. Initiative 28, Sir Randall Gillian. You are first to act. Movement. You engage your Calamemnon crystal, and its 30-foot flying speed lifts you off the ledge. You soar 30 feet through the air, easily clearing the pitfall trap and arriving face-to-face with the dragon turtle, hovering directly over the raging river in front of its massive, psionically glowing eyes. Aura of cold. The moment you close the distance, your 20-foot aura of cold envelops the beast. The steam hissing from its beak instantly freezes and shatters. Action. Attack action. Red Wizard Blade. You unleash your first volley, striking with the deadly dagger. Attack 1. Your attack bonus is +1/2. Roll 19 equals 31. Hit. Damage. The blade sinks deep, dealing 11 piercing, 1d4 plus 8, plus 20 necrotic, 3d12 damage. Attack 2. Roll 9 equals 21. Hit. Damage. You strike again, dealing 9 piercing, 1d4 plus 8, plus 18 necrotic, 3d12 damage. Attack 3. Roll 4 equals 16. Miss. The turtle jerks its head, and the blade skips off its armored beak. Action surge. You are not finished. You use one of your 2 action surges to attack again, immediately. Action 2. Attack action. Red Wizard Blade. Attack 4. Roll 17 equals 29. Hit. Damage. 12 piercing, 1d4 plus 8, plus 22. Necrotic, 3d12 damage. Attack 5. Roll 11 equals 23. Hit. Damage. 10 piercing, 1d4 plus 8, plus 19 necrotic, 3d12 damage. Attack 6. Roll 18. That roll is an 18. With your superior critical feature, that is a critical hit. Critical damage. You bury the necromantic dagger into the creature's eye socket. It deals 13 piercing, 2d4 plus 8, plus 40 necrotic, 6d12 damage. End of turn. Aura of Cold. The dragon turtle is still in your aura. It takes 7 cold damage. The dragon turtle has taken a catastrophic 181 damage in 6 seconds. It is bloodied and bellowing in psionic rage, its HP reduced from 356 to 175. Initiative 6, Dragon Turtle. The Guardian roars, its mind voice screaming in your head. Vermin! The Master will devour your memories. It is in melee with you and will use its multi-attack. Attack 1, Bite. Attack roll +1 3 versus AC 20, roll 11 +13 equals 24. Hit. Damage. The massive beak clamps down, dealing 25 piercing +6 fire damage. Attack 2, Bite. Attack roll +1 3 versus AC 20, roll 16 +13 equals 29. Hit. Damage. It bites you again, dealing 22 piercing +7 fire damage. Attack 3, Tail. The beast swings its massive club-like tail out of the water. Attack roll +1 3 versus AC 20, roll 9 +13 equals 22. Hit. Damage. The tail smashes into you for 18, bludgeoning damage. And he immediately snatches up your character sheet, scanning it. He taps the fighter 19 inches level, and then the superior critical feature, his face a mask of embarrassment. You are absolutely 100% correct. My deepest apologies, Sir Randall. I was referencing the improved critical feature in my head and completely overlooked your 15th level champion feature, superior critical. Your character sheet clearly states your weapon attacks score a critical hit on a roll of 18 to 20. That is a major error on my part as Dungeon Master. Here is how we will resolve this immediately. Damage, RETCON, Round 1. In Round 1, on your action surge, your 4th attack, the first of the surge, was a roll of 19. This should have been a critical hit, and I failed to apply it. We will apply that damage now. Original damage, Attack 4, 10 piercing, 1d4 +8, +19 necrotic, 3d12, equals 29 damage. Corrected critical damage. You would have rolled double dice, 13 piercing, 2d4 +8, +38, necrotic, 6d12, equals 51 damage. Difference, the dragon turtle should have taken an additional 22 damage in that volley. The DM makes a heavy red mark on his notes. The dragon turtle's current HP is therefore 138, not 160. It is far more wounded than I stated, its armored hide split open, and its psionic energy leaking like a sieve from the critical necromantic wound you inflicted. Game resumed, Round 2. Thank you for that correction, Sir Randall. My commitment is to run the game accurately to your character's formidable power. The situation is as follows. Initiative 28, Sir Randall Gillian. It is your turn. You are in the raging river, prone, and 5 feet from the critically wounded dragon turtle, 138 HP remaining. The invisible Malphas continues to observe. What do you do? Yes, dragon? This is a worthy fight. Your shield will adorn the riverbed when I'm done with you. Round 2, continued. Initiative 28, Sir Randall Gillian. It is your turn. You are in the raging river, prone, and 5 feet from the critically wounded dragon turtle, 138 HP remaining. Movement. You spend 15 feet of your 30-foot flying speed to right yourself, rising from the water's surface to hover directly in the beast's face. You are no longer prone. Action, attack action, Red Wizard Blade. You unleash the full fury of your 3 attacks, plunging the Red Wizard Blade into the massive wounds you've already created. Weapon stats. +1 2 to hit, 1d4 +8 piercing +3d12 necrotic. Crit on 18 to 20. Enemy AC 20. Attack 1. Attack roll +1 2, DM rolls 19, +12 equals 31. A roll of 19. That is a critical hit. Crit damage. You drive the blade deep, dealing 13 piercing, 2d4 +8, +41 necrotic, 6d12 damage. The dragon turtle has 84 HP remaining. Attack 2. Attack roll +1 2, DM rolls 10, +12 equals 22. Hit. Damage. You rip the blade free and stab again, dealing 11 piercing, 1d4 +8, +26 necrotic, 3d12 damage. The dragon turtle has 47 HP remaining. Attack 3. Attack roll +1 2, DM rolls 20, +12 equals 32. A natural 20. Another critical hit. Crit damage. You find the beast's heart, dealing 12 piercing, 2d4 plus 8, plus 36, necrotic, 6d12 damage. This final, devastating blow is far more than the creature can withstand. The psionic light in the dragon turtle's eyes extinguishes instantly. Its massive body goes limp, and with a final, gurgling sigh, its head splashes into the river. The Guardian is slain. You do not need to use your second action surge. End of your turn. Aura of Cold. Your freezing aura continues to pulse, but its target is now a corpse. The massive armored shell of the dragon turtle is seized by the powerful current and sinks rapidly into the dark, foaming water, disappearing into the depths of the cleft. Combat concluded. Malphas's voice, dry and impressed, echoes in your mind. A fitting end for a worthy fight, Master. The gate is open. You are left hovering over the raging river in the echoing darkness of Area 1. The pitfall trap is on the ledge behind you. The path forward is a series of dark, slick ledges, like Area 2, and crumbling bridges that follow the river deeper into the mountain. What do you do? A worthy start indeed, Master, Malphas's telepathic voice replies, tinged with a cold amusement. Its shell will make a fine footnote. The true horrors inside should be interesting. As you say, let us see if they find your blade as welcoming. You hover above the raging river, the mist from the churning water freezing and shattering against your aura of cold. You scan the massive, dark cavern of Area 1. Your formidable passive perception of 23 and passive investigation of 20 allow you to pierce the gloom with ease. Here is what you discern. The trap. You reconfirm the pitfall trap on the main ledge behind you. It's amateurish, clearly meant for creatures walking, not flying. The river, the central river, is a violent, 40-foot-wide torrent of black water. The body of the dragon turtle is long gone, dragged down into the lightless depths. The sound, the deafening roar of a waterfall, echoes from deeper within the cleft to the north. The path splits here. West ledge, Area 2. To your left, west, a 20-foot-high ledge runs north along the cavern wall. From here, you can just make out what look like massive, calcified bones, fossils of giants perhaps. East ledge, Area 3. To your right, east, another ledge, also 20 feet high, follows the river. From this distance, your keen eyes spot the unmistakable, flickering orange glow of a campfire. It seems to be tucked into a small alcove. As you process this, the magical map you carry warms in your hand. You see fresh ink spiderweb across the parchment, revealing the layout of the river gate, Area 1, and the two branching paths leading north to Area 2 and Area 3. Both paths follow the river deeper into the darkness. The campfire suggests you are not alone. What do you do? A sound tactical decision, sir. Secure a potential bastion before venturing deeper. You bank to the right, your 30-foot fly speed carrying you gracefully over the raging river. You ascend 20 feet to the eastern ledge, heading straight for the flickering light. As you draw closer, your aura of cold precedes you. The air in the tunnel drops precipitously, and the flames of the campfire suddenly gutter and turn blue, the water dripping from the cavern ceiling freezing in mid-air. You round the corner into the alcove designated Area 3. The scene is one of grotesque research. Huddled around the now sputtering fire are 3 small, reptilian figures. They look like kobolds, but they are horribly changed. Their scales are slick and translucent, their eyes are milky white, and small vestigial tentacles twitch where their snouts should be. Standing over them, its back to you, is a 4th figure. It is tall, humanoid, and draped in dark, ornate robes. It turns, alerted by the sudden, unnatural cold. It is a Mind Flayer. Its slick, purple, octopus-like head swivels, and its 4 facial tentacles writhe in agitation as its blank white eyes lock onto you. The Mind Flayer rears back, its mind voice a shriek of pure telepathic static in your head. Intruder? The subject is breached. Kill it! The mutated kobolds snatch up crude, sharpened bone daggers and hiss, their movements unnaturally fluid. Roll for initiative. I will roll for you and the enemies. Sir Randall initiative, roll 17, plus 9 equals 26. Mind Flayer initiative, roll 11, plus 2 equals 13. Mutated kobolds, x3, initiative, roll 5, plus 2 equals 7. You are overwhelmingly first. Round 1, initiative 26, Sir Randall Gillian. You are at the entrance to the alcove, hovering 5 feet off the ground. The Mind Flayer is 20 feet away from you. The 3 mutated kobolds are clustered around the fire, 15 feet away. The invisible Malphas drifts into the room behind you, observing. What do you do? Cleared Area 3. The only sounds are the hiss of your cold aura and the distant roar of the waterfall. The magical map in your hand updates confirming the layout of Area 3. The bodies of the illithid and its mutated assistants lie frozen or disintegrated at your feet. What do you do? The DM looks at the text for the Calamemnon crystal, then at you and nods firmly. Yes, Sir Randall. Your understanding is absolutely correct, and my application of the rule was flawed. My apologies. You are right on all points. 1. The aura of cold deals damage when it first enters a creature's space, which happened on your turn as you moved. OR when a creature enters it. OR when a creature ends its turn there. 2. Crucially, as you pointed out, a creature takes this damage only once per turn. 3. My mistake was having the kobolds take damage again at the end of your turn, which was incorrect. They had already taken damage from the aura during your turn. Let's rewind. RETCON. We will correct this immediately to maintain the integrity of the chronicle. The state of the battle at the end of your turn, Initiative 26, is as follows. Mutant Kobold 1, obliterated by your critical hit. Mind Flayer, annihilated by your subsequent attacks. Mutant Kobolds 2 and 3, they are still alive. They have taken 7 cold damage from your aura entering their space, but they are not dead. They are cowering by the dying fire, wounded and terrified. It is now the Mind Flayer's turn, but it is dead. We now proceed to the kobold's turn. Game resumed. Round 1 continued. Initiative 7, mutated kobolds. The 2 remaining mutated kobolds are 15 feet away from you, huddling by the sputtering fire. They just watched you disintegrate their companion and execute their illithid master in less than 6 seconds. They are terrified. Kobold 2 hisses and throws its crude bone dagger at you. Attack roll +4 versus AC 20. DM rolls 9 +4 equals 13. Miss. The dagger clatters uselessly against your molten bronze skin armor. Kobold 3 screeches in terror, turns, and uses its action to dash, scrambling 30 feet down the dark tunnel leading east, deeper into the cleft. Both kobolds are still within your 20-foot aura of cold. They end their turn, aura damage. As they both ended their turn in your aura, they each take damage. DM rolls 2d6. They each take 5 cold damage. Result: this is more than their frail mutated bodies can take. Their hissing cuts off as they are frozen solid, becoming icy statues. Combat concluded. The DM makes a final note. There, now the combat is properly concluded. The alcove, Area 3, is secure. The path to the east, where the kobold fled, is dark but open. The main river continues north. The magical map in your hand updates confirming the layout of Area 3. The bodies of the illithid and its 3 assistants are frozen and shattered at your feet. What do you do? Malphas's dry, contemptuous laugh echoes directly in your mind, a private communication from your invisible chronicler. Master, you insult the hells. These things are the mark of the far realm, the clumsy, wet work of illithids. It is chaos. It is messy. The hells have artistry. We do not twist flesh for madness, we perfect it for damnation. What you see here is an abomination. What we create is order. But, as my chronicle will note, they die just as easily as any other mortal filth beneath your blade. Do not compare them to me. HMPH. So the knight understands law. Malphas's voice rumbles in your mind. There is hope for your soul yet? Continue, Master. Your chronicle will note this. Insight. You turn your attention to the frozen and shattered corpses. Action 1, Wisdom, Medicine. Check. You kneel, your cold aura causing the very blood from the Mind Flayer's wounds to freeze. You examine the bodies, your medicine modifier +2. DM rolls 1d 2016. +2 equals 18. Your check reveals a great deal. The Mind Flayer has surgical scars around its cranium, suggesting it was also a subject, not just a researcher. The mutated kobolds are horrific. It's not just grafting. Their very bone structure has been warped, softened, and reformed by psionic energy, as if someone was trying to make their small reptilian bodies suitable for illithid ceramorphosis. This was a crude, early-stage experiment. Action 2, Intelligence, Investigation, check. You now turn your keen eye to the camp itself. Your investigation modifier +10. DM rolls 1d2013, plus 10 equals 23. Your roll of 23 falls in the 21 to 25 range, indicating a very rare reward. Your search is meticulous. You bypass the crude sleeping pallets and campfire, instead checking the walls for loose stones. Behind a stack of foul-smelling, calcified dragon scales, you find a small, hidden alcove. Inside is a locked research chest. You easily smash the simple lock. Inside you find 2 items. 1. Research notes. A sodden, leather-bound book. It's filled with spidery, undercommon script. Your high intellect allows you to decipher the gist. It details failed experiments to infuse draconic blood into illithid tadpoles. The kobolds were test subjects for a psionic resonance. The notes repeatedly mention the prime specimen and the main laboratory deeper in the cleft. 2. Magic item, very rare. A beautiful silver amulet shaped like a stylized heart hanging on a platinum chain. It feels warm to the touch. You recognize it as an amulet of health, very rare, Dungeon Master's Guide. You have cleared Area 3. The path forward is split. You can go back to the west side of the river to Area 2, the ledge with the giant fossils. You can continue east, following the dark tunnel the fleeing kobold took, which seems to lead toward Area 4 and Area 5. What do you do? The DM gives a quick, appreciative nod, respecting your deep knowledge of the game's official items. You are absolutely correct, Sir Randall. My apologies. The Amulet of Health is indeed a rare magic item, not very rare. My roll indicated a very rare reward, but the specific item I selected from the official lists was rare. As you've requested, for the flow of the game, we will not retcon this. You have successfully investigated Area 3 and recovered an Amulet of Health, rare, and the research notes, which you have stowed in your pack. The alcove is clear, the path forward remains split. What is your next move? A wise precaution, Master. Your cold is as loud as a battle horn in this silence. Malphas's voice whispers in your mind. You focus on the Calamemnon crystal. As you take a magic action, the 20-foot sphere of biting frost collapses into itself, and the oppressive, unnatural chill in the cavern vanishes. The only sounds are the distant, thundering roar of the waterfall and the drip, drip, drip of water from the ceiling. Now, let's see where that creature was fleeing. You stow your red wizard blade and proceed down the dark, eastern tunnel. You move with practiced silence, your enchanted armor making no sound. I will roll your dexterity, stealth, check as you advance. Your modifier is +9. DM rolls 1d2016, +9 equals 25. You are a ghost, your flying speed allowing you to float inches above the rubble-strewn floor. You follow the tunnel as it bends north, opening into a larger, fouler-smelling chamber, Area 4. This room is clearly a laboratory, though more of a butcher's shop. Several stone tables are covered in parts. You see the remains of dragon spawn, kobolds, and other creatures you don't recognize, all in various states of dissection. A rank, chemical odor stings your nostrils. As you scan the entrance, your passive perception of 23 easily spots the danger. The floor near the center of the room is a large, obvious pressure plate, and you can see small, corroded bronze nozzles hidden in the walls nearby. This is a trap. The room appears otherwise empty. To the north, the cavern continues, leading to another larger chamber, Area 5. You are at the southern entrance to Area 4, hidden in the shadows, having spotted the poison gas trap. What do you do? Malphas's voice, cold and sharp, answers instantly in your mind. You can almost feel the invisible fiend sneer. Poison, Master? You speak of a mortal failing. It is a flaw in your biology. We are the architects of damnation. We are perfection. Poison is as meaningless to me as the air you breathe is to a stone. Now, watch your step. This place smells of your frail mortality. Asterisk. Heeding your own caution, you focus on the task at hand. You are at the entrance to Area 4, your cold aura already disabled. You land silently and, drawing your thieves' tools, you slowly approach the pressure plate you identified. You kneel and meticulously begin to probe the mechanism, attempting to jam the trigger for the poison gas nozzles. This will require a DC 18 dexterity check using your thieves' tools. Since you are not proficient with these tools, you will roll a straight dexterity check. Your dexterity modifier is +6. The DM rolls a d20. The roll is a 13. 13 plus 6 equals 19. That is a success. With the delicate precision of a champion fighter, you find the trigger wire and skillfully sever it without applying pressure. You hear a faint click as the trap mechanism disengages. The chemical smell remains, but the immediate threat is neutralized. The path through Area 4 is now clear. The cavern continues north into the darkness of Area 5. What do you do? A sound tactical consideration, Master, Malphas's voice echoes in your mind. To clear a path for the retreat is as important as the assault itself. A true commander's logic? You leave the disarmed trap and the dissected horrors of Area 4 behind, continuing north down the dark, damp tunnel. You are still moving stealthily, flying just above the ground, your aura of cold disabled. The tunnel opens into a large, circular cavern, Area 5. The air here is thick with a different, acrid smell, like vinegar and burnt hair. The center of the chamber is dominated by a large, perfectly circular pool, filled with a bubbling, sickly, acidic green fluid. The pool itself illuminates the room with a faint, eerie glow. The cavern seems to be a natural cistern. Not today. I see your snare trap, and I will not be snared, you declare, your voice a low growl in the quiet, bubbling cavern. You halt at the edge of the acidic pool and focus on the calamemnon crystal in your grasp. You invoke its power, using your action to cast Enlarge/Reduce. That trap shall be reduced. You aim the crystal at the heavy, weighted net hanging from the ceiling 30 feet above the acid. The spell's magic surges forth, and the target object must make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw. The DM rolls a d20 for the inanimate trap. The roll is a 4. The trap fails its saving throw. A strange, warping sound fills the air. The massive, heavy net instantly shrinks, its size halving, then halving again, until it's no larger than a fishing net. The thick, glistening wires become like spider's silk, and the heavy weights are now mere pebbles. The trap is still active, but it is now comically small, dangling harmlessly over the massive acid pool. It is no longer a threat to you. The path is clear. You can fly over the pool to the exit on the north side, or you can investigate the glinting object on the far bank. What do you do? A prudent move, Sir Randall. No loose ends. You use your 30-foot fly speed to ascend to the ceiling. The snare trap, reduced by your magic, is now a pathetic, tiny net. You take your action to easily sever the shrunken, thread-like wires. The trap, net, weights and all, plunges 30 feet, disappearing into the bubbling green acid pool with a faint hiss. With the hazard removed, you release your concentration on the Enlarge/Reduce spell. You then fly across the 40-foot wide pool, landing beside the glinting object on the northern bank. It appears to be a rotted leather satchel, half buried in the muck. Wary of further traps, you take a cautious step back and use your action, drawing on the power of your calamemnon crystal to cast Create Water. A 30-foot cube of clean, fresh rain appears in the air and pours down onto the satchel, washing away decades of grime and any potential acid residue. The object is clean, and no new traps are revealed. Finally, you take another action to investigate the satchel. Your investigation modifier, +10. DM rolls 1d20 to 8, plus 10 equals 18. According to the loot table, a roll of 18 results in a rare item. You open the rotted satchel. It contains nothing but the small skeletal remains of a goblin and a single untarnished amulet on a silver chain. The amulet is a heart-shaped piece of polished, dark red jasper. You recognize this as a periapt of wound closure. Rare, Dungeon Master's Guide. You have cleared Area 5. The path continues north into another dark tunnel. What do you do? Understood, Master? Silence is a virtue, even for a knight. Malphas's voice whispers in your mind, his invisible presence falling in behind you. You stow the periapt of wound closure in your handy haversack and, ensuring your cold aura remains disabled, you proceed. You float silently down the northern tunnel, your calamemnon crystal granting you a near-silent flight just above the uneven stone. I will roll your dexterity, stealth, check as you advance. Your modifier is +9, and your armor gives no disadvantage. DM rolls 1d20 18, +9 equals 27. You are a silent shadow. The tunnel twists and opens into a larger, multi-tiered cavern, Area 6. This room smells of suffering. Lining the walls are 3 large, crude iron cages. As you drift closer, your dark vision picks out movement. These are not empty. Cage 1, south, contains 2 humans in tattered merchant's clothes. They are emaciated and covered in strange, glowing blue runes that seem to pulse faintly. Cage 2, middle, holds a single burly dwarf in plate armor. He is slumped against the bars, his beard matted with blood. Cage 3, North. This cage is different. It holds a creature you recognize with a jolt, a Githyanki warrior. He is bound not just by the bars, but by thick, psionic manacles. A low, weak moan comes from the first cage. One of the humans has seen your silhouette against the dark tunnel. "Help us," he whispers, his voice cracking. "Please, before they come back for testing." You have found Area 6, the holding cells. The prisoners are alive. The cavern is otherwise silent. What do you do? The DM nods, appreciating your caution. The invisible Malphas remains silent, observing. "A sound precaution, Sir Randall." The Mind Flayers are masters of You pause at the cavern entrance, your eyes fixed on the 3 cages. You raise your holy symbol of Selune. Action. You cast the cantrip guidance. You touch your temple, and a faint pearlescent light shimmers over your brow. You feel the blessing of your goddess sharpen your senses. You are now concentrating on this spell, and can add 1d4 to your insight check. Now you focus, trying to pierce the veil of suffering to see the truth beneath. This is a wisdom insight check. Your insight modifier is +2. You will add 1d4 from guidance. DM rolls 1d20 18 and 1d4 2. The d20 roll is an 18. You add your +2 modifier, plus a 2 from guidance. Your total insight check is 22. Your divinely guided senses cut through the gloom. You see no illusion, no psionic trickery. The fear you sense from the humans is genuine, primal terror. The dwarf is unconscious, but his breathing is real. The Githyanki warrior is a knot of pure, focused hatred, but it is directed at his captors, not at you. Your check confirms it. This is not an ambush. These are, as they appear, prisoners. The human who spoke, seeing you lower your hands, scrambles to the bars. "Help us. They took my friends. Down that tunnel." He points a trembling finger to a passage leading west, Area 8. They watch us experiment. The 3 cages are secured with heavy, crude iron locks. What do you do? DM nods as you take command of the grim situation. "I am Sir Randall Gillian, and I am here to free you," you declare, your voice echoing in the small, damp cavern. The 2 humans in the first cage weep. "It is not why I came, but I will not leave you to this fate. Outside this place, high up, I have an airship with capable retainers. I will try to make sure you can get there, but you must wait until I can return." You then turn your gaze to the empty air near you. "Malphas, the time for your chronicle has paused. Come, use your mighty mace and smash open the first 2 cages." The air beside you shimmers, and with a blast of sulfur and heat, the 12-foot-tall, invisible form of Malphas the Pit Fiend solidifies into reality. The prisoners, who are weeping in relief, now scream in absolute, abject terror. The human who spoke faints dead away. "A waste of my talents, master, but it is done." The Pit Fiend ignores the mortal. It raises its massive hellfire-wreathed mace and, with 2 contemptuous swings, strikes the locks of the first 2 cages. Clang. The first lock vaporizes. Crunch. The second cage door is torn from its hinges and hurled across the cavern. The remaining conscious human scrambles to wake his companion. The armored dwarf in the second cage stirs with a pained groan, but is alive. You turn your attention to the 3rd cage, where the Githyanki warrior watches the scene, not with fear, but with a cold, burning hatred. His yellow-green skin is pale, but his black eyes are fixed on you. "Now for you, warrior," you say, your voice calm. "Do you speak my tongue? If you can understand me, do you want to be freed? Or do you want to join me for your revenge, as I go deeper to the source of this evil?" The Githyanki warrior pushes himself off the back wall of the cage. He speaks, his voice a dry, guttural rasp, but his common is perfect. "I speak it," his eyes flicking from you to Malphas and back again. "These Gake," he spits the word, "these illithid filth, ambushed my patrol. They experimented." He holds up his arms, rattling the thick psionic manacles that bind his wrists, their energy seeming to deaden the air around him. "Free me," he snarls, "and I will not just join you. I will lead you to their elder spawn. I will bathe in their brain fluid. Give me a blade, and I will carve a path of vengeance." He is still locked in his cage, and the psionic manacles remain. What do you do? The DM's voice for Malphas is a low, rumbling growl, laced with pure contempt. "You love this mace?" Malphas scoffs, but it obeys. The Pit Fiend turns, its eyes burning, and smashes the lock of the 3rd cage. The door shrieks open. You continue, laying out your plan. "Malphas, you now get to be a hero, a thing I bet many devils have never been called. Take the other humans back to the entrance safely. The fiend recoils, its wings flaring in genuine offense. Greater than hero. Master, I am a pit fiend. I am the fury of Avernus, the mailed fist of Asmodeus. Do not use that word. As useful as you can be, you are a liability. If you should be hit by a powerful dispel magic, my charms over you will be gone. Let's not risk that today. Malphas's expression shifts. The offense is replaced by a cold, calculating logic. Greater than. Your caution is noted, Master. The psionic creatures of this realm are known for their unraveling ability, a strategic withdrawal. Logical. I will escort the mortal. If I should not return in 2 days' time, come find what has happened to me. If you find I have died, you and my retainers shall head back to town, find the biggest diamond in the hoard, and have me resurrected. The pit fiend is stock still, its mind processing this. A slow, terrible smile, full of fangs and hellfire, spreads across its face. A contingency? For your soul? You plan for your own failure, little knight. You bind me in life and you would bind me in your death, forcing me to retrieve you. This is the most marvelously arrogant, hellsworthy bargain you have yet devised. I understand. Your chronicle will continue, even if it must be paused. Malphas scoops up the 2 conscious humans, who faint again, and the groaning dwarf as if they were kindling, tucking them under its arms. It gives you one last, unreadable look, and with a beat of its wings, vanishes up the tunnel toward the airship. You are alone with the Githyanki. You turn to the warrior, who has just watched a pit fiend obey you like a hound. His burning hatred is now mixed with a deep, wary respect. Now, warrior, I have an extra blade for you. A rapier, +1. I'll put it down here for you. You slide the fine, gleaming blade through the bars. The Githyanki's eyes fasten on it, his fingers twitching. But first, what is your name, while I figure out how to get rid of these manacles? I am Zakiel, he rasps, his gaze fixed on the psionic manacles binding his own wrists. These are not mere iron. They are Gaik mind shackle. They dampen my will. They stop me from thinking. You step up to the cage, examining the strange, pulsating cuffs. Action. You cast the cantrip guidance on yourself. You feel the touch of Saloon's wisdom settling on your mind. Action 2. You use your action to make an intelligence arcana check to understand the manacle's function. Your arcana modifier, +4. Guidance, +1d4. The DM rolls 1d20 11 and 1d4 4. Your d20 roll is an 11. You add your +4 modifier, plus a 4 from guidance. Your total arcana check is 19. Your check is a success. The DM's voice for Zakiel is a low, impressed rasp. Yes, warrior, clever. You would enlarge the steel, not smash it? Tisk. You think like a Gith, not a clumsy, istic human. You raise your Calamemnon crystal, focusing your will to cast enlarge / As you do, your arcane knowledge supplies a critical piece of information. The spell cannot target an object that is currently being worn. And those psionic manacles are shackled fast. But a second thought, just as clever, strikes you. You cannot enlarge the manacles, but you can reduce the prisoner. If you shrink Zakiel, his hands will become small enough to slip out of the manacles, which will remain their normal size. The psionic circuit will be unbroken, the feedback non-existent. You look at Zakiel. I have a better way. I will shrink you. The Githyanki bares his teeth. Reduce me? Like a Gaik runt? Very well. If it means I can wrap my hands around an Illithid's neck, do it. This will require Zakiel to make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw. He looks you in the eye, clearly communicating he is willing to fail this save. Do you cast Reduce on Zakiel? Let's get you free, you say to the Githyanki. Action. Cast Enlarge / Reduce. You focus your will through the Calamemnon crystal and unleash the reduce portion of the spell. Zakiel snarls, do it, Istik, and willingly fails the DC 18 Constitution saving throw. A wave of warping grey magic washes over the Githyanki warrior. His body, armor and all, shrinks with a faint pop, reducing him from medium to small size. His hands, now tiny, are dwarfed by the heavy, unshrunk psionic manacles. With a grunt of triumph, Zakiel easily slides his shrunken hands free. The cuffs, their psionic circuit intact, fall to the cage floor with a heavy clang. He steps out of the cage, now standing only 3 feet tall, and snatches up the rapier +1 you offered. He tests its weight, his movements still precise and deadly. I am small, but I am free. he hisses, his eyes burning with cold fury. Now the Geik pay. Lead the way, knight. Let us find your lost friends, and then we will carve our way to the elder spawn that rules this cursed ice pit. You are in Area 6. Your new shrunken Githyanki ally is at your side. The path to the west, Area 8, where the human pointed, awaits. What do you do? The DM nods, tracking the transfer of items. A wise commander equips his allies for the battle to come. You hand the potion of flying, potion of healing superior, and potion of heroism to the small Githyanki warrior. Zakiel looks at the vials, his yellow eyes showing a flicker of surprise. You? Trust me with these? He doesn't wait for an answer. He immediately uncorks and drinks the potion of flying. A faint, shimmering aura envelops him, and he floats effortlessly off the ground, matching your altitude. My size is an insult, he hisses, still only 3 feet tall, but this removes the disadvantage of the ground. It is acceptable. He tucks the other 2 potions into his belt. Let's move into the next chamber, Area 7, as shown on my magical map. Then we will proceed to where we hope to find the other prisoner. I will assist you. We move stealthily. You begin by ending your concentration on the reduce spell. With a low, warping groan, Zakiel snaps back to his full, medium-sized Githyanki height. He tests his weight, looking much more formidable, and then lifts off the ground, his potion of flying active. Next, you use your action to cast guidance. You touch the Githyanki's shoulder, and the silver light of Saloon envelops him. This will last 1 minute, you warn. You then stow your crystal, readying yourself to use the help action. Coordinating his movements with your own, you plant your boots firmly on the stone, forgoing your own flight to ensure your full 40-foot movement is available. This way, you whisper. Quickly and silently, you both proceed down the western tunnel, leaving the cages of Area 6 behind, moving toward Area 7. You are moving stealthily. I will roll dexterity, stealth, for both of you. Zakiel's stealth roll. He has advantage from your help action, and plus 1d4 from guidance. DM rolls 2d20, 17-12, plus 1d4, 3. Zakiel rolls a 17, plus 3 from guidance. His own stealth is average, plus 2. His total is 22. Sir Randall's stealth roll. Your modifier is plus 9. DM rolls 1d2014, plus 9, equals 23. You are ghosts. The tunnel opens into a damp, humid cavern, Area 7. The entire room is a grotesque carpet of phosphorescent, pulsing fungi. The air is thick with sweet, sickly spores. Your passive perception of 23 cuts through the gloom. You immediately notice that the fungal floor writhes in several places. Hidden beneath the growths are small, skittering creatures. Zakiel, flying beside you, stops and puts a hand on your shoulder. His eyes are narrowed. Brain bugs, he hisses, his voice barely audible. I smell them. You have spotted a cluster of intellect devourers lurking among the fungi. They do not seem to have noticed you yet, thanks to your high stealth rolls. The path continues west through the fungal patch toward Area 8, the area where the human said his friends were taken. You are at the eastern edge of Area 7, hidden in the shadows. What do you do? If it wasn't for the prisoners, I would leave, you whisper to Zakiel, your eyes scanning the writhing fungal floor. If we have to come back this way, we take care of them now. We'll kill them, warrior. Zakiel's hand tightens on his rapier, plus 1. Brain bugs. They are filth. It will be a pleasure. Combat initiated. You and Zakiel are hidden, and the intellect devourers are unaware of your presence. You will get a surprise round against them. Roll for initiative. I will roll for you, Zakiel, and the 4 intellect devourers. Sir Randall initiative. Roll 19 plus 9 equals 28. Zakiel initiative. Roll 14 plus 2 equals 16. Intellect devourers. X4. Initiative. Roll 12 plus 2 equals 14. You and Zakiel are first, and you get to act in the surprise round. Surprise round. Initiative 28. Sir Randall Gillian, surprise, you are first. You are at the eastern edge of Area 7. The 4 intellect devourers are clustered in the fungi about 20 to 30 feet away from you. You are on foot. What is your action for this surprise round? Initiative 16. Zakiel, surprise. Zakiel will act after you. Initiative 14. Intellect Devourers. The Intellect Devourers are surprised and cannot act this round. Time to taste my blade, scum. Surprise round, continue. Initiative 28. Sir Randall Gillian, surprise. You are at the edge of Area 7, hidden. The nearest Intellect Devourer is 20 feet away. Movement 1. You burst from the shadows, your boots pounding on the stone floor. You use 20 feet of your 40-foot movement to close the distance to the first brain bug. Action. Attack 1, Red Wizard Blade. You bring your Red Wizard Blade down in a deadly arc. Attack roll, +1/2, versus AC 12. Roll 19, +12 equals 31. A roll of 19. That is a critical hit. Critical damage. The necromantic dagger obliterates the creature, dealing 13 piercing, 2d4 +8, +42 necrotic, 6d12 damage. Result. The intellect devourer is instantly annihilated. Movement 2. You use 5 more feet of your movement, 15 feet remaining, to move to the next closest intellect devourer. Bonus action, Shield Master Shove. You use your bonus action to slam your sentinel shield into the second creature. Contested check. Your athletics versus Zakil. I need to see how you fight, you say, your voice calm as you assess the Githyanki. I may assess if I need to gear you up better. You are a warrior. The last one is yours. As you want to taste your revenge, I will watch, and aid you only if you fall. Zakil's yellow eyes gleam with a cold, predatory light. You will see a Gith fight night. You will see art. Round 1, continued. Initiative 28, Sir Randall Gillian. You take a step back, planting your feet firmly and raising your sentinel shield. You take the dodge action, your senses on high alert. You end your turn, a vigilant sentinel. Initiative 16, Zakil. The Githyanki warrior, floating on the magical potion of flying, zips 10 feet to the side, flanking the final wounded intellect devourer. For my lost kith, he snarls. He uses his action to attack, plunging his rapier, +1 at the skittering brain. Attack roll +5, versus AC 12. DM rolls 19, +5 equals 24. Hit. Damage. He drives the blade through the creature's cerebellum, dealing 9 piercing damage. The intellect devourer twitches, its legs curling up, and then it is still. It is dead. Initiative 14, Intellect Devourer. The creature is dead and cannot act. Combat concluded. Zakil rips his blade free with a satisfied grunt. He flicks the brain matter from his rapier and turns to you, his expression a mask of cold pride. It is done. They are Tsakrip filth. They deserved worse. You stand in Area 7. The cavern is now silent, the 4 brain bugs dispatched. The air is still thick with the sweet, sickly smell of the mind-controlling spores, but the immediate threat is gone. Ahead of you to the west is the dark passage leading to Area 8, the guard post, and the place the human prisoner feared his friends were taken. What do you do? A sound plan, Zakil? A warrior must be properly equipped. You stow your red wizard blade and prepare for a thorough search of the grotesque fungal cavern. Action, cast guidance. I'll guidance myself, you murmur. You use your action to cast the cantrip, touching your holy symbol. A faint silver glow settles over you, sharpening your senses. You are now concentrating on guidance. Action. Investigate with help. With me, Zakil. Assist me investigating this area. Zakil, still flying, nods curtly. My gear is here. I can smell the ozone of the astral plane on it. He begins scanning the walls while you check the floor, his eyes darting to every shadow. You use your action to make an intelligence, investigation, check. Your modifier +10, advantage, from Zakil's help action. Guidance, +1d4. The DM rolls 2d20 +1d4. D20 rolls, 17, 12. You take the 17. Guidance, 1d4, 3. Total, 17, roll +10. Modifier, +3. Guidance, equals 30. A magnificent success. Your roll of 30 falls into the highest tier of rewards. Zakil suddenly stops. There, he hisses, pointing not at a chest but at a large, seemingly solid wall of fungi. You follow his gaze. Your investigation check confirms his suspicion. The fungal growth is a false carpet draped over a recess. You both tear the foul-smelling curtain away, revealing a dry, dark alcove. Piled inside is Zakil's gear, clearly stashed by the illithids for later study. A suit of intricate, alien-looking Githyanki half-plate. A magnificent silver greatsword, its blade etched with runes that seem to hurt your eyes. His other personal effects. Mine? Zakil says, his voice thick with triumph. He immediately begins the process of donning his armor over his flight suit. We found it here, warrior, you say, acknowledging your success. Zakil, now armed and armored, looks like a true warrior of the astral plane. He slams the greatsword's pommel on the stone floor. Now, I am whole. Now, we hunt. You have cleared Area 7. The path to the west, Area 8, awaits the place the prisoners were taken. What do you do? The DM's voice for Zakiel is a low, impressed rasp. Zakiel, in the middle of strapping his intricate Githyanki half-plate over his flight suit, pauses. He looks at you, a slow, predatory smile spreading across his face. Time? Time is what the Geik use to let their rot spread. You speak of haste? You speak of facing them head-on? Skva, now you speak like a Gith warrior, and not a skulking rat. He slams his new silver greatsword's pommel on the ground. The runes on the blade flare with a cold, psionic light. I agree, Sir Knight. Let them see their death coming. Lead on. You break into a full run, your boots pounding the stone floor. You are using your action to dash. Your magical celerity makes you a blur, and your 40-foot movement becomes 80 feet for this turn. Zakiel, his potion of flying active, soars at your shoulder. You sprint down the western passage from Area 7. As you approach the entrance to Area 8, your passive perception of 23 is well above the DC 16 required. You instantly spot it, a 10-foot by 10-foot section of the floor that is a thin breakaway stone layer, barely concealing a pit of wicked-looking spikes. You don't break stride. You plant your foot and easily leap over the trap, landing on the other side and charging straight into the room. Area 8 is a guard post, as you suspected, and it is not empty. Standing over a crude table covered in maps is a different kind of illithid. It wears dark, purple robes embroidered with the three-eyed dragon skull of the cult. This is a Mind Flayer Arcanist. It looks up from its charts, its white, unblinking eyes widening in shock as you, a level 20 fighter, charge straight at it. You have dashed as your action, moved more than 10 feet in a straight line, and are now in its face. You may now use your bonus action from your charger feat. Do you wish to make a melee weapon attack, with a +5 bonus to damage, or shove the creature 10 feet? Attack it is. The DM nods, his eyes gleaming with the thrill of the charge. You have successfully dashed, moved 80 feet in a straight line, and are now face-to-face with the Mind Flayer Arcanist. Bonus action, charger attack. You now use your bonus action, granted by the charger feat, to make a single, devastating melee attack with your red wizard blade. Because you moved at least 10 feet in a straight line, this attack gains a +5 bonus to its damage roll. Attack roll +1/2 versus AC 15. Roll 18 + 12 equals 30. A roll of 18. That is a critical hit. Critical damage, you slam into the Arcanist like a thunderbolt. The necromantic blade sinks deep, dealing 13 piercing, 2d4 +8, +39 necrotic, 6d12, +5 piercing from charger. Total damage, a massive 57 damage. The Mind Flayer Arcanist, County Route 8, is heavily wounded, but to your shock, it is still standing. It screeches telepathically, a sound of pure agony and rage, as Black Ichor pours from the massive wound. You have completed your turn. Round 1, Initiative 26, Sir Randall Gillian. You have already taken your turn by dashing and using your charger bonus action. Initiative 16, Zakiel. The Githyanki warrior, flying just behind you, sees the Arcanist survive your charge. It still lives. Geik filth. Zakiel uses his 30-foot flying speed to flank the creature. Action, attack, silver greatsword. He brings his silver greatsword down in a powerful two-handed arc. Attack roll +7 versus AC 15. Roll 16 +7 equals 23. Hit, damage. The psionically charged blade cleaves into the Mind Flayer, dealing 13 slashing damage. The Arcanist staggers, its tentacles writhing, clearly on its last legs. Initiative 13, Mind Flayer Arcanist. It is the Arcanist's turn. You are 5 feet from it. Zakiel is 5 feet from it. It is cornered. It ignores Zakiel and focuses its agonizing telepathic hatred on you. Action, Mind Blast, recharge 5 to 6. The Mind Flayer Arcanist unleashes its most devastating weapon, Mind Blast, in a 60-foot cone. Both you and Zakiel are in the blast. You must both make a DC 15 intelligence saving throw. Zakiel's INT save +1, roll 19, +1 equals 20. Success. Zakiel grits his teeth, his own psionic training shielding him from the worst of the blast. He takes 13 psychic damage, half damage. Sir Randall's INT save +4. DM rolls 1d20. The roll is a 9. 9 plus 4 equals 13. That is a failure against the DC 15. You are hit by the full force of the psionic blast. You take 27 psychic damage, and you are stunned for 1 minute. You have failed the saving throw. Do you want to use one of your 3 indomitable features to re-roll that saving throw? Wave slams into your mind, attempting to shatter your consciousness. You feel your senses buckle, your muscles locking up, but your will, forged in 100 battles and blessed by Saloon, roars back. You expend one of your 3 indomitable charges to re-roll the save. I will roll again for your DC 15 intelligence saving throw. Your modifier is +4. DM rolls 1d20. The new roll is a 17. 17 plus 4 is a 21. That is a success. You bellow as you fight off the mental assault. The stunning effect breaks against your iron will. You are not stunned. You still take half damage from the successful save, which is 13 psychic damage. You have taken a total of 91 damage this adventure. Your HP is now 152 243rds. The Mind Flayer Arcanist reels back, its tentacles quivering in shock that you withstood its mind blast at point-blank range. It is still alive, but grievously wounded and cornered by 2 warriors. Round 2. Initiative 26, Sir Randall Gillian. It is your turn. You are 5 feet from the Mind Flayer Arcanist. It is badly wounded. Zakiel is also 5 feet from it, on the opposite flank. What do you do? Zakiel, it is time for your revenge. Its head should be yours to take. I will grab him and shove him prone. Let his neck be open for your strikes. Zakiel, flying at your flank, bares his teeth in a predatory grin. An honorable setup, knight? Vlaakith wills this. Round 2, continued. Initiative 26. Sir Randall Gillian, continued. You are 5 feet from the heavily wounded Mind Flayer Arcanist. Object interaction. You use your free object interaction to sheathe your red wizard blade. Your hands are now free for grappling. Action, attack. Action, grapple and shove. You use the first of your 3 attacks to make a special melee attack, a grapple. Contested check. Your strength, athletics, versus the Arcanist's dexterity, acrobatics. Sir Randall's athletics, +4. Roll 16. +4 equals 20. Arcanist's acrobatics, +2. Roll 7. +2 equals 9. Result, a clean success. You lunge forward, your gauntlets seizing the Arcanist's robes and arms. The creature is now grappled. Now you use your second attack to make another special melee attack, a shove, aiming to knock it prone. Contested check, your strength, athletics, versus the Arcanist's dexterity, acrobatics. Sir Randall's athletics, +4, roll 19, +4 equals 23. Arcanist's acrobatics, +2, roll 3, +2 equals 5. Result, an overwhelming success. You hook your leg behind the Arcanist's and heave. The creature, already held fast in your grip, crashes to the stone floor. It is now grappled and prone. You hold your third attack, having perfectly set up the creature for execution. You end your turn. Initiative 16, Zakiel. It is Zakiel's turn. He sees the Mind Flayer Arcanist held helpless at your feet, its neck exposed. An honorable death for a worthless creature. Zakiel, still flying, hovers over the prone Illithid. He is within 5 feet, and his attack is at advantage. Action attack, Silver Greatsword. He raises his Silver Greatsword high and plunges it straight down into the Arcanist's exposed neck. Attack roll, +7, advantage. Rolls 19-8. He takes the 19. 19 plus 7 equals 26. Hit. Damage. The psionically charged blade severs the creature's spine and head in one brutal cleaving blow. The Mind Flayer Arcanist's body goes limp, its tentacles curling in a final silent death. Initiative 13, Mind Flayer Arcanist. The Arcanist is dead and cannot act. Combat concluded. Zakiel rips his greatsword free with a wet, satisfying schlick. That one was for my kin. You now stand in Area 8. The room is a small, cold guard post. The spike trap you bypassed is near the entrance. Your passive perception of 23 immediately picks up a new sound, a low, terrified whimpering. It's coming from a dark, 10-foot wide tunnel leading north out of this room, towards Area 9. These must be the other prisoners the human in the cage mentioned. What do you do? Zakiel looks down at the minor psychic burn on his arm, then at the potion of superior healing you offered. He lets out a sharp, guttural laugh. A potion? For this? He scoffs, though there's no malice in it. This is but a teaskin. A scratch, knight. My pain only sharpens my senses. Save your elixirs. My revenge is all the restorative I need. We hunt. You nod, accepting his warrior's pride. You are also wounded, but you know your own limits. I am hurt, but my fighting spirit will aid me if I get to a bloodied condition. I can push on. Either way, come. We head forward. You are correct. Your survivor ability will not trigger until you are below 122 HP. You still have reserves to call upon. We'll investigate this place later on the way back, you say, your focus entirely on the rescue. You take the lead, your boots pounding the stone floor, moving at your full 40-foot pace. Zakil flies silently at your shoulder. You charge out of the guard post, Area 8, and follow the dark northern tunnel, the sound of terrified whimpering growing louder. The passage opens into a circular cavern, Area 9. This chamber is another gruesome laboratory. Strange humming crystals are arranged on stone tables, connected by silvery pulsing wires. The whimpering is coming from the far side of the room. There you see the source, one of the human merchants from the cages, strapped upright to a tilted stone slab. His head is encased in a horrifying crystal and tentacle helmet, and he is shaking violently. Standing next to him, its back to you, is another Mind Flayer. It is so engrossed in adjusting a series of dials on the helmet that it has not heard your headlong charge. You have burst into the room and have the drop on it. The Mind Flayer is unaware of you. You are 30 feet away from it. Zakil is beside you. What do you do? Kill it before it can kill the prisoner. Taste my dagger, mind scum. You and Zakil have burst into Area 9, and the Mind Flayer is unaware. This is a surprise round. You are first. Surprise round. Initiative 28. Sir Randall Gillian, surprise. You are 30 feet away. Movement. You use 30 feet of your 40-foot movement to charge across the laboratory, your boots silent on the stone. Action. Attack 1, Red Wizard Blade. The Mind Flayer is surprised, so your attack is at advantage. Attack roll, +1/2 advantage, versus AC 15. Rolls, 18-14. A roll of 18. That is a critical hit. Critical damage. You slam your red wizard blade into the illithid's back, dealing 13 piercing, 2d4 + 8, + 43 necrotic, 6d12 damage. The Mind Flayer shrieks telepathically, its body convulsing as the necromantic energy sears its very essence. It is grievously wounded but still standing. Bonus action, Shield Master Shove. You follow through with your sentinel shield, attempting to smash the creature to the floor. Contested check, your athletics versus the Mind Flayer's acrobatic. Sir Randall's athletics +4, roll 16, +4 = 20. Mind Flayer's acrobatics +2, roll 11, +2 = 13. Result, a clean success. You sweep the creature's legs out, and it crashes to the floor. The Mind Flayer is now prone. Action, attacks 2 and 3, Red Wizard Blade. You still have 2 attacks remaining, and your target is now prone and still surprised, so you attack at advantage. Attack 2, advantage. Attack roll +1/2 versus AC 15. Rolls 17-7, +12 = 29. Hit. Damage. You plunge the blade down, dealing 11 piercing, 1d4 + 8, +20, necrotic, 3d12 damage. Attack 3, advantage. Attack roll +1/2 versus AC 15. Rolls 19. A roll of 19. Another critical hit. Critical damage. You execute the creature on the floor, dealing 13 piercing, 2d4 + 8, +39 necrotic, 6d12 damage. Result. The Mind Flayer is annihilated, its body turning to black, crumbling ash under the dagger's necrotic power. Initiative 16. Zakil, surprise. Zakil, flying in behind you, raises his greatsword but lowers it as he sees the illithid already destroyed. HMPH, you left none for me, knight. Efficient. Initiative 13. Mind Flayer. The creature is dead and cannot act. Combat concluded. The surprise round ends. The combat is over before it began. The cavern is suddenly silent. The only sound the high-pitched, terrified whimpering of the human merchant, still strapped to the stone slab. The psionic helmet is still on his head, its silvery wires pulsing with a faint residual light. What do you do? Let's try to safely get you out of here, sir. You approach the whimpering merchant, who is strapped to the stone slab. His eyes are wide with terror, and he flinches as you get close. The horrifying helmet, a mesh of crystal, wires, and organic tentacle-like tubes, is still attached to his head, pulsing with a faint residual light. Action, cast Guidance. You cast your cantrip, touching your own brow. The silver light of saloon sharpens your focus. Action 2. Investigate. You use your action to carefully examine the psionic contraption, your divinely guided senses, searching for a release mechanism or a power source. Your investigation modifier +10. Guidance +1d4. The DM rolls 1d20 and 1d4 Your d20 roll is a 14. You add your +10 modifier plus a 3 from guidance. Your total investigation check is 27. Your investigation roll of 27 falls into the 26 to 29 range, indicating a legendary reward or discovery. Your magically enhanced intellect and divine guidance provide you with a moment of perfect clarity. You instantly see the entire mechanism for what it is. 1. The function. This is not a torture device, it's a resonance tuner. The Mind Flayer was using the human's emotional terror as a frequency to find a psionic match with a draconic mind. 2. The danger. The helmet is not self-powered. It's a terminal, linked directly to the Elder Brain Dragon's consciousness. Simply pulling it off would be like ripping a live wire from a wall, potentially frying the man's brain, or, worse, alerting the dragon to your exact location and actions. 3. The solution. You see the key. On the side of the slab is a small, crystal-topped lever. This is the release mechanism, designed to safely disconnect the subject from the psionic network before removing the helmet. Discovery. Legendary loot. As you trace the wires from the helmet, you find a small, lead-lined box beneath the slab. Tucked inside, clearly hidden by the Mind Flayer, is a single, flawless, crystalline lens. It seems to absorb all light, and as you hold it, you feel it thrumming with latent, controlled power. You recognize this as a lens of time distortion. Legendary, Explorer's Guide to Wildmount. You have found the release lever for the prisoner and recovered a legendary artifact. What do you do? You are absolutely correct. My apology. I have cross-referenced my sources and found that the lens of time distortion is not an official 5e item. I have erred and will correct the treasure immediately to adhere to your guideline. Loot, RETCON. Let us rewind to the moment of discovery. Your investigation check of 27 still stands. As you trace the wires from the helmet, you find a small, lead-lined box beneath the slab. Tucked inside, clearly hidden by the Mind Flayer Arcanist, is a single, flawless, grapefruit-sized orb of polished crystal. It is perfectly smooth and cool to the touch. As you hold it, you feel your own mind expand, sensing its potential for scrying and remote viewing. You recognize this as a crystal ball, legendary, Dungeon Master's Guide. This is precisely the kind of tool an illithid network would use to spy on its enemies and coordinate its experiment. Game resumed. You have found the release lever for the prisoner and recovered a crystal ball. The human is still strapped to the slab, whimpering, and Zakiel is watching you, his silver greatsword resting on his shoulder. What do you do? Sir, I'm going to use this key and get you out. You step up to the slab and firmly pull the small, crystal-topped lever you discovered. There is a hiss of psionic energy, and the pulsing, crystalline helmet on the man's head goes dark. The man gasps, his eyes rolling, and then sags against his restraints. He is conscious, but deeply traumatized. You quickly unbuckle the leather straps holding him to the slab, and he slumps to the floor, his legs too weak to stand. Once that's done, please follow our orders precisely to keep yourself safe, you say, your voice firm but reassuring. My retainers and a devil are under my command in an airship outside this laboratory. I need you quiet on the way out, understand? The man just nods frantically, his eyes wide with a mixture of terror and dawning hope. A devil? Yes, sir, yes. Anything. Just out. You then turn to Zakiel, who is watching the pathetic display with undisguised contempt. Zakiel, I've saved you, but that does not mean you're indebted to me, so I ask you of your own free will, are you willing to carry this man to my ship safely, back the way I came? If you are, I will head back to a room I found earlier with a bonfire to try for a short rest. Resting in a dungeon is never guaranteed, so I'm not sure I'll be able to accomplish it, but I will try if you agree. My second question, if you do agree, will you come back to fight or stay on the ship? The Githyanki warrior looks from you to the weeping, traumatized human, then back to you. You ask me to play nursemaid to this chica? This cargo? He snarls. This is not the path to vengeance. He pauses, his gaze sweeping the dark, threatening tunnels around you. But he is weak, Zakiel concedes, his voice a low rasp. He will slow the hunt. Very well. I will carry this istik to your airship. The path you cleared is fast, and my flight is faster. He then scoffs, his lip curling. But you would rest? Here? In the very heart of the Gake lair? Your courage and your madness are one and the same, Sir Randall. Do not be dead, or changed, when I return. He hefts his silver greatsword onto his shoulder. And yes, I will return. My hunt for the Elder Spawn has just begun. This one, he gestures to the human, is merely a delay. Without another word, Zakiel hoists the trembling human over his shoulder in a fireman's carry. I go. He gives you a sharp final nod, and then his potion of flying flares, carrying him swiftly and silently back down the tunnel toward Area 7 on his way to the surface. You are now alone in Area 9. The cavern is silent, save for the faint hum of the now deactivated psionic machinery. You plan to return to the campfire in Area 3 to attempt your short rest. The DM nods. A wise, if risky, decision. A moment of recovery can turn the tide. You retrace your steps, your boots echoing in the now silent complex. You fly back through the psionic laboratory of Area 9, past the neutralized spike trap in the guard post of Area 8, and through the fungal cavern of Area 7, now littered with the frozen dead forms of the intellect devourers. You reach the western bank of the great subterranean river. Using your Calamemnon crystal's flight, you launch across the 40-foot expanse of churning dark water, landing silently back in the alcove of Area 3. The room is just as you left it, cold, dark, and smelling of ozone and frozen blood. The bodies of the first Mind Flayer and its mutated kobold assistants lie where they fell. You find the small campfire and, using your tinderbox, relight the remaining fuel, casting a small, warm, flickering light in the oppressive dark. You take a seat, your back against the stone wall, and begin your short rest. The DM makes a roll behind the screen. The hour passes with agonizing slowness. Every drip of water from the ceiling, every distant rumble of the waterfall, sounds like an approaching footstep. But your caution in choosing this dead-end alcove pays off. No patrols disturb you. Your short rest is successful. You regain the use of your second wind, one short rest. You regain the use of both charges of your action surge, short rest. You are currently at 152 243rds HP. You have 19 D10 plus 1 D8 hit dice available. Do you wish to expend any hit dice to heal? As you are contemplating this, a silent shadow detaches from the tunnel entrance. Zakiel lands, his enchanted flight silent. His Githyanki armor is slick with river mist, but he is unharmed. He gives a sharp nod. It is done, he rasps. The Istic mortals are on your skyship. Your devil servant acknowledged me. It is a foul creature, but it obeys your will. A powerful tool. He slams the pommel of his silver greatsword on the ground. My part is done. Your rest is over. The hunt for the Gake continues. The DM nods, marking off the hour on his notes. Your short rest is complete, Sir Randall. A moment of peace in a den of horrors. Hit dice restoration. You choose to expend 10 hit dice to recover from your wounds. Your hit dice are D10s, and your constitution modifier is +4. The DM rolls 10d10 behind the screen. I have rolled a total of 54 from the dice. Added to your constitution modifier, 4 times 10 equals 40, you regain 94 hit points. Your health was 152 243rds. You are now fully restored to your maximum of 243 hit points. Preparations, you stand up, your armor gleaming in the faint campfire light, and turn to Zakiel. Before we move, warrior, let's prepare. The journey forward will not be easier. You present the oil of slipperiness. The DM holds up a hand for a rules clarification. Sir Randall, a crucial clarification. The oil of slipperiness is indeed a powerful tool, but my notes confirm it does not grant the full effects of freedom of movement. It does allow you to escape the restrained condition or a grapple as a bonus action, but it does not grant immunity to the paralyzed or stunned condition. Do you still wish to take the 10 minutes to apply it, knowing it will not protect you from a Mind Flayer's stun? The DM pauses, awaiting your decision on the oil, then continues with your other preparation. You are correct about the potions, however. You toss Zakiel your second potion of flying. The one I gave you only lasts an hour. It's time for a new one. Zakiel nods curtly, accepting the vial. He has not yet drunk it, as his first one is just now wearing off. And here, you say, handing him a potion of heroism, this will give you the effects of Bless and 10 temporary HP. Use it when I need you at your best. The Githyanki warrior looks at the potion, then at you. You would arm me, a stranger, with such potent gifts? You fight with an open hand, Sir Randall. I accept. I will use them when the true battle begins. He secures the potions to his new Githyanki armor. You are fully rested and rearmed. Zakiel is resupplied. The dead illithid at your feet is a cold testament to your progress. Do you still wish to use the oil of slipperiness on both of you, knowing its true, limited effect? The DM's eyes widen as he rereads the official item description you've provided. He slaps his forehead with his palm. By the 9 hells, Sir Randall, your knowledge of the arcane serves you better than my own. You are absolutely correct. I am mixing up my items. I was thinking of a different, lesser oil. My deepest apologies. You are right. The oil of slipperiness explicitly states it grants the effect of the freedom of movement spell. And that spell, as you correctly note, does prevent the paralyzed and restrained conditions. This is a massive tactical advantage against illithid. My error. We will proceed exactly as you intended. Preparation continued. You uncork the 2 vials of oil of slipperiness. Zakiel eyes the slick, dark liquid with suspicion. More mortal tricks, knight? The best kind, you reply. You spend the next 10 minutes meticulously applying the oil to your molten bronze skin armor and gear, ensuring every joint and strap is covered. Zakiel does the same, covering his Githyanki plate. A faint, shimmering magical aura envelops both of you. You immediately feel lighter, untethered. You now both have the effects of the freedom of movement spell for the next 8 hours. You cannot be magically paralyzed or restrained, and difficult terrain will not slow your charge. You are now, at full health, 243 243rds HP, fully rested, second wind and action surges restored, protected from paralysis and restraint, accompanied by a rearmed Githyanki warrior, who is also protected and carrying The hour-long rest and preparation are complete. You stand in the grim, fire-lit alcove of Area 3, ready to re-enter the dungeon. The path to Area 8, where the whimpering was heard, is the only way forward. What do you do? A sound decision, Sir Randall. We left that area in haste. It must be properly cleared. Zakiel nods, his silver greatsword resting on his shoulder. Good. The Geik hide their secrets in filth. We will expose them. You and your Githyanki ally exit the campfire alcove, Area 3, and fly back across the main river, returning to the western bank. You pass through the now empty holding cells of Area 6 and enter the humid, fungal cavern of Area 7. The room is just as you left it, a carpet of sickly, phosphorescent fungi, now littered with the 4 dead intellect devourers. The alcove where Zakiel found his gear is empty. You begin a meticulous search of the cavern, scanning the fungal growths and stone walls for anything the illithids may have hidden. Action, intelligence, investigation, check. Your investigation modifier +10. DM rolls 1d 2012, plus 10 equals 22. Your roll of 22 falls within the 21 to 25 range, indicating a very rare reward. While Zakiel keeps watch, your eyes are drawn to a patch of fungi that seems unnaturally dense. You push the foul-smelling growth aside and find a loose stone. Pulling it free, you discover a small, hidden cache. Inside, you find 2 items. 1. A bundle of 5+2 crossbow bolts. 2. A spell scroll of Globe of Invulnerability, level 6, very rare. You stow the items securely in your handy haversack. The cavern, Area 7, is now fully explored and cleared. The only remaining path forward is the one you were on previously, west into the guard post, Area 8, and then north toward the whimpering, Area 9. What do you do? Understood. A thorough search, moving with caution, a knight and a warrior, prepared for anything. You and Zakiel proceed, leaving the fungal cavern of Area 7 behind. You enter the western passage, your senses on high alert. Zakiel flies low beside you, his silver sword at the ready, his eyes scanning the opposite shadows. You enter Area 8, the guard post. You are actively searching. Wisdom, perception, check. With advantage from Zakiel's help. Your modifier, +8. DM rolls 2d20, 17 9. The roll is a 17. 17 plus 8 equals 25. Your heightened senses confirm what you already knew. You re-examine the spike trap you bypassed earlier, noting its pressure plate mechanism. You see the corpse of the Mind Flayer Arcanist exactly where you left it. Your check confirms there are no other hidden traps, passages, or ambushes in. This room is clear, Zakiel hissed. The Geik was alone. You press on, following the northern tunnel out of Area 8, moving toward the source of the whimpering you'd heard before. You enter Area 9, the psionic laboratory. You are again actively searching. Wisdom, perception, check. With advantage from Zakiel's help. Your modifier, +8. DM rolls 2d20, 14 14. The roll is a 14. 14 plus 8 equals 22. The room is silent. The human prisoner is gone, rescued by Zakiel. The Mind Flayer is a pile of ash. The crystal ball has been secured. Your check confirms this room is also clear of any immediate threats. Zakiel points with his greatsword. The gate continues in 2 directions. Which path, knight? Your magical map updates, revealing the new passages. From this laboratory, Area 9, the path splits. Southeast, Area 10, a dark, jagged tunnel leads southeast. A feeling of profound dread and ancient malice emanates from it. This is the Death Tyrant's lair. Northeast, Area 11. A narrow, crumbling stone bridge crosses high above the main river, leading to the eastern side of the cleft. What do you do? My goddess grants me the senses, and I sense undeath. It must be cleansed. No more hiding. If it is undead, we walk up and face it proudly, in the name of Saloon. Zakiel, who had been peering down the dark, ominous tunnel to Area 10, turns to you. The dread emanating from the passage is palpable, a cold far worse than your crystal's aura. You sense it? Zakiel rasps. I feel it. A void. An eye. A thing that should not be. You would walk into that? Head on. He breaks into a wide, sharp-toothed grin. You are truly mad, Sir Knight. I am beginning to like you. Zakiel, before I made you small, how about we make you big? Here, a potion of growth. Your swings will smite even harder. You toss him the vial. He catches it, inspects the swirling liquid, and nods. To tower over my enemies. A gift I will not refuse. He uses his action to drink the potion. In a surge of magical energy, Zakiel's form expands. His Githyanki plate groans as he grows to large size, his head now scraping the 10-foot-high tunnel ceiling. That is not all I have for you. You willingly join me to face undeath. I understand that is no small ask. So may my goddess's blessings protect you. Here is a casting of Shield of Faith. You use your bonus action, gripping your holy symbol. A shimmering, translucent shield of moonlight appears and settles over the now large Githyanki, raising his AC by +2. Now, you say, drawing your red wizard blade, its dark steel seeming to drink the dim light. We walk as warriors. You and the enlarged, magically shielded Githyanki warrior abandon all pretense of stealth. You walk side by side down the jagged, southeastern tunnel, your heavy footfalls echoing in the darkness. The tunnel opens into a vast, dark cavern, Area 10. The room is a charnel house. The floor is a sea of bones, cracked and bleached, piled 3 feet deep. In the center of this grim landscape, floating 20 feet above the floor, is the source of the dread. It is a death tyrant, a massive, withered, skeletal beholder, its central eye socket a pit of necrotic energy, and its 10 eye stalks writhing like serpents. It is hovering over a crude throne of giant's bones, its gaze fixed on you as you enter its lair. It does not speak. It simply waits. It knows you are here. Roll for initiative. I will roll for you, Zakiel, and the death tyrant. Sir Randall initiative. Roll 3 plus 9 equals 12. Zakiel initiative. Roll 17 plus 2 equals 19. Death Tyrant initiative. Roll 18 plus 2 equals 20. The Death Tyrant is first, followed by your ally Zakiel. Round 1. Initiative 20. Death Tyrant. The Death Tyrant swivels in the air, its 10 skeletal eye stalks focusing on the 2 of you. It unleashes its legendary eye rays, rolling 1d10 3 times to select its target. The DM rolls 1. Ray 1 versus Zakiel. Paralyzing Ray. Zakiel must make a DC 16 con save. Zakiel is protected by your freedom of movement effect. The blue ray hits him and fizzles harmlessly. Your magic is weak, Gake, he roars. 2. Ray 2 versus Sir Randall. Innovation Ray. You must make a DC 16 con save. Your con save, +10, roll 19, plus 10 equals 29. Success. You brush off the necrotic beam. 3. Ray 3 versus Sir Randall. Telekinetic Ray. You must make a DC 16 STR save. Your STR save, +7, roll 14, +7 equals 21. Success. The purple ray attempts to hurl you into the bone pile, but you stand firm as a mountain. The Death Tyrant's opening salvo is completely ineffective. Initiative 19, Zakiel. Zakiel, enraged by the attack, charges. He is large, and his potion of flying is active. He flies 30 feet, closing the distance and rising to the Death Tyrant's altitude. Action. Attack. Silver Greatsword. He swings his greatsword in a mighty arc. Attack 1. Roll 18 plus 7 equals 25. Hit. Damage. 13. Slashing damage. Attack 2. Roll 9 plus 7 equals 16. Hit. Damage. 11. Slashing damage. Zakiel has dealt 24 damage, carving deep gouges into the Death Tyrant's skeletal hide. Initiative 12. Sir Randall Gillian. You are next. You are 60 feet away from the Death Tyrant, which is 20 feet in the air, engaged in melee with the large, flying Zakiel. What do you do? The DM's face goes pale for a second, followed by a sharp intake of breath. He slams his pencil down. You are absolutely correct, Sir Randall. My apologies. I was so focused on your and Zakiel's actions, I completely neglected the enemy's legendary status. You are right. This needs to be a deadly encounter, and I am failing to pilot this creature at its full, terrifying capacity. We will correct this immediately. Let's rewind. RETCON. We will rewind to the end of Zakiel's turn, Initiative 19. Zakiel, now large and flying as a large creature, warrior here used this potion of flying, has just flown 30 feet and struck the Death Tyrant twice with his silver greatsword, carving 24 damage into its skeletal hide. End of Zakiel's turn. Death Tyrant's legendary action. The Death Tyrant, now wounded, expends one legendary action. It fixes its eye stalks on the immediate, large-sized threat. The DM rolls 1d10 for its eye ray. It uses its Enervation Ray against Zakiel. Zakiel must make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw. DM rolls for Zakiel. His roll is a 12. He fails. The Githyanki warrior roars as a beam of black necrotic energy slams into him, draining his vitality. He takes 36 necrotic damage. Zakiel is visibly wounded, his enlarged form shuddering from the potent blast, but his hatred only seems to burn colder. Is that all, you floating corpse? Game resumed. Round 1 continued. Initiative 12. Sir Randall Gillian. Now, Sir Randall, it is your turn. You are 60 feet away from the tyrant, which is 20 feet in the air, locked in combat with a wounded but furious Zakiel. You address the undead horror. Undead, you must be intelligent. On my previous adventure I came upon a lich, and this action, retrieve an item. You use your action and item from the haversack, which require to use an action. To reach into your handy haversack, you retrieve the jagged black crown, holding it aloft so the light of the cavern glints off the withered, petrified eyeball set within its center. What do you know of it, if anything? Passive insight check. You watch the undead creature for any sign of recognition. Your passive insight is 12. While the Death Tyrant has no expression to read, its reaction is immediate and unmistakable. The 10 writhing skeletal eye stalks which had been darting between you and Zakiel instantly freeze. All 10 swivel and lock onto the artifact in your hand. The necrotic, cold light burning in its central eye socket flares with a sudden, violent intensity. It recognizes the eye. A new voice enters your mind. It is not the smooth, commanding telepathy of the elder brain. This voice is dry, ancient, and layered with a million whispers of paranoia and absolute, soul-consuming greed. It is the eye. The key. The secret. It is mine. The Death Tyrant has completely forgotten Zakiel. Its full, undivided, and hungry attention is now fixed upon you and the artifact you hold. You have used your action. You are 60 feet away from the tyrant. What do you do? Eye socket flares with a sudden. The DM nods grimly. This is the second use of your Indomitable. The thin green ray streaks toward you. You attempt to twist away, but your charge through the bone-strewn floor left your footing momentarily unsure. You are too slow. The ray is about to strike your chest. No. You expend your second charge of Indomitable. With a burst of pure heroic will, you hurl your body to the side, tumbling through a pile of skeletons. I will roll again for your DC 16 Dexterity saving throw. Your modifier is +6. DM rolls 1d20. The new roll is an 18. 18 plus 6 is a 24. That is a success. At the last possible fraction of a second, you dive. The disintegration beam flashes through the space you occupied, striking a massive stone pillar behind you. The pillar, and a 10-foot cube of the cavern wall, vanishes in a puff of grey dust, leaving a perfectly smooth, smoking hole. You get to one knee, breathing heavily, but you are unharmed. End of the Death Tyrant's turn. Legendary action. The DM notes Zakiel's turn has not yet happened. My apologies. The Tyrant has one legendary action remaining. It will use it at the end of its own turn. The Death Tyrant, furious that its 2 most potent rays have failed, uses its third legendary action. The DM rolls 1d10. It uses its paralyzing ray on Zakiel, the creature still in its face. Zakiel must make a DC 16 con save. As before, Zakiel is protected by your Oil of Slipperiness, which grants the effects of freedom of movement. The blue ray splashes harmlessly against the Githyanki's magical aura. He laughs. Your Gaik magic is useless against a true warrior. Round 2. Initiative 19. Zakiel. It is Zakiel's turn. He is large, flying, and 5 feet from the Death Tyrant. His speed is currently halved by the slowing ray. Now you die, you floating skull. He uses his action to attack twice with his silver greatsword. Correction. His attacks now deal an additional 1d4 damage from the enlarge effect. Attack 1. Attack roll plus 7 versus AC 17. Roll 15 plus 7 equals 22. Hit. Damage. 13 slashing from R1 plus 3 slashing 1d4 enlarge equals 16 damage. Attack 2. Attack roll plus 7 versus AC 17. Roll 13 plus 7 equals 20. Hit. Damage. 11. Slashing from R1 plus 2. Slashing 1d4 enlarge equals 13 damage. Zakiel carves another 29 damage from the Tyrant, which shudders under the assault. The Tyrant has taken 53 damage total. End of Zakiel's turn. Death Tyrant's legendary action. The Tyrant expends its first legendary action of the new round. The DM rolls 1d10. It uses its telekinetic ray on Zakiel, attempting to hurl its attacker away. Zakiel must make a DC 16 STR save. DM rolls for Zakiel. His roll is a 17. He succeeds. The Githyanki plants his feet in the air, his enchanted flight holding firm against the purple beam. Initiative 12. Sir Randall Gillian. You are next. You are on the ground, 20 feet away from the Death Tyrant, which is 20 feet in the air. What do you do? The DM's voice for the Death Tyrant is a dry, overlapping chorus of madness, a telepathic shriek that echoes in your skull. It is not yours, undead, and you shall never have it, you declare, your voice ringing in the massive bone-filled cavern. But fine, if you won't tell, you die this day. I will tell you about my blade. It is a red wizard blade. A creature slain by this item has no chance for resurrection. So once you are killed by me, your death shall be permanent. The Death Tyrant's central eye flares with sudden, cold comprehension. The whispers in your mind turn from greed to fury. Blasphemer! The eye is eternal. You will not. Here, you roar, have a taste, then make your decision if you will speak. Round 2, continued. Initiative 12, Sir Randall Gillian, continued. You are 20 feet from the Tyrant on the ground. Movement. You use your Calamemnon crystal's power, launching 20 feet up and 20 feet over. You are now hovering in the air, flanking the massive skeletal beholder with the enlarged Zakiel. Action, attack action, red wizard blade. You unleash your 3 attacks, striking with the necromantic dagger. Weapon stats, +1/2 to hit, 1d4 +8 piercing +3d12 necrotic. Crit on 18 to 20. Target AC 17. Attack 1. Attack roll +1/2, roll 16, +12 equals 28. Hit. Damage. The dagger sinks into its skeletal plate, dealing 11 piercing, 1d4 +8, +19 necrotic, 3d12 damage. Total, 30. Attack 2. Attack roll +1/2, roll 19, +12 equals 31. A roll of 19. That is a critical hit. Crit damage. You drive the blade deep into its central column, dealing 13 piercing, 2d4 +8, +40 necrotic, 6d12 damage. Total, 53. Attack 3. Attack roll +1/2, roll 7, +12 equals 19. Hit. Damage. A vicious crosscut, dealing 10 piercing, 1d4 +8, +21 necrotic, 3d12 damage. Total, 31. Bonus action, War Priest attack. You use your War Domain power for one final, brutal strike. Attack 4. Attack roll, +1/2, roll 13, +12 equals 25. Hit. Damage. 11 piercing, 1d4 +8, +24 necrotic, 3d12 damage. Total, 35. Combat concluded. The Death Tyrant has taken a total of 149 damage from you this turn, in addition to the 53 damage from Zakiel. Your final necromantic strike is too much. The Death Tyrant convulses. Its eye stalks twitch in a final, agonizing spasm. The cold, necrotic light in its central socket flares, sputters, and then dies, turning to black, dead dust. As the red wizard blade's magic takes hold, the creature's entire skeletal frame crumbles, dissolving into a cloud of desiccated bone fragments and vile-smelling ash. It is not just defeated. It is erased. The cavern is suddenly, terribly silent, the only sound the faint tink-tink-tink as bone shards rain down on the skeletal floor. Zakiel, still large as a large creature, and flying, turns to you. His face is a mask of awe and disbelief. Knight, the Gaik. It is gone. Not undead. Gone. That is a blade of finality. The path is clear. Below you, the crude throne of giant's bones sits undisturbed. An excellent plan, Sir Randall. A moment to assess is a moment well spent. Zakiel nods his massive, enlarged form as a large creature, scanning the bone-filled cavern. Clear the room. Leave no secret for the Gaik to reclaim. I will watch. 1. Active perception check. You plant your feet firmly on the shifting floor of bones, raising your sentinel shield. You close your eyes, letting the shield's magic sharpen your hearing and senses. Let's listen and look, see if anything else is here. You use your action to make a wisdom perception check. Your modifier +8. Advantage granted by your sentinel shield. DM rolls 2d 20-19-8, taking the 19. Total perception check, 19 roll, +8, modifier, equals 27. Your divinely enhanced senses pierce the oppressive silence. You hear the distant, constant roar of the main river's waterfall, the skitter of disturbed bones settling, and the faint, airy whistle of Zakiel's breathing. Your check confirms this cavern, Area 10, is a dead end. There are no hidden passages, no invisible stalkers, no other creatures. The only way out is the tunnel you came from, leading back to Area 9. The only feature of note is the massive, crude throne of giant bones that the tyrant was guarding. 2. Investigation of the throne. All right, Zakiel, help me with this throne. You approach the grotesque pile of bones, but first, you murmur, a little guidance. You use your action to cast guidance on yourself, a silver mote of light appearing on your gauntlet. You then use your next action to investigate the throne, and Zakiel uses his help action. The large Githyanki, as a large creature, simply hefts the massive giant skulls and femurs out of the way, clearing the area for your meticulous search. Your modifier +10. Advantage granted by Zakiel's help action. Guidance +1d4. DM rolls 2d20 +1d4. D20 rolls 18, 11. You take the 18. Guidance 1d4. 2. Total investigation check 18, roll +10, modifier +2, guidance equals 30. Your result of 30 meets the highest tier of the loot table. Artifact. Your divinely guided expert search reveals what the bones were hiding. Buried beneath the throne, in a small lead coffer, is a single, seemingly innocuous bundle wrapped in black silk. Inside is a stack of 22 plaques, made of ivory or vellum. Each is intricately illustrated with cryptic, powerful imagery: a skeletal rider, a comet, a set of scales, a void. Zakiel, who knows the legends of the plains, recoils. By the comet, Knight, do you know what that is? That is a deck of many things. Artifact, Dungeon Master's Guide. The Gaik was guarding a deck. Madness, pure madness. The legendary artifact lies in its silk wrapping at your feet. The cavern, Area 10, is now fully cleared and explored. The only path forward is to return to the laboratory, Area 9, and take the northeastern bridge, Area 11. I am no gambler, you say, your voice echoing in the bone-strewn cavern, but what is an adventure without some risk? Before this day is over, I hope to pull one card. Zakiel, who had backed away from the deck of many things as if it were a coiling serpent, just stares at you. You would willingly tempt the fates of the cosmos. You are, without exception, the maddest istic I have ever met. You carefully wrap the silk bundle and place the artifact into your handy haversack. For now, we move to the North Bridge. You turn to your enlarged Githyanki ally, noting the necrotic energy still clinging to his wounds. Zakiel, I hope you will not die too easily. If you must, heal yourself with the potion. I have many. It is unwise for a warrior to fall in the midst of battle. A dull blade does little damage. Zakiel glances at the potion of superior healing at his belt, then at you. My blade is sharp, Knight, he rasps, and my will is sharper. This pain, it is a reminder. I will use your gift when I am near my end, not before. Very well. Let us go. You and Zakiel leave the dead-end lair of the Death Tyrant and return to the psionic laboratory of Area 9. You bypass the path you've already cleared and head to the northeastern tunnel. You emerge onto a narrow ledge, 80 feet above the main subterranean river. The roar of the waterfall to the north is deafening here. Spanning the 40-foot gap is a narrow, crumbling stone bridge. It looks ancient and treacherous. Your passive perception of 23 is more than enough. You immediately spot a section in the middle of the bridge where the mortar is gone, and the stones are balanced precariously. It is a collapsing bridge trap, DC 15 Dex, save to avoid. Below the bridge, at the base of the 80-foot drop, is a wide, damp ledge littered with bones and refuse. A creature's refuse pit. Even from this height, you see a glint of metal among the bones. You and Zakiel stand at the western side of the bridge in Area 11. Zakiel is still flying from his potion. You are on foot, as requested. What do you do? Pause for a moment, warrior, you say, pointing down into the 80-foot chasm. I will fly to avoid this trap, but if this is a refuse pit for their victims, they might have thrown away something worthwhile. Zakiel, now large as a large creature, peers over the edge. Filth. He grunts. Go. I will watch the bridge. Action. Cast Guidance. You use your action to cast Guidance, touching your holy symbol. The divine spark settles over you, ready to aid your search. Movement and object interaction. You retrieve your magnifying glass and activate your Calamemnon crystal's flight. You descend 80 feet, landing silently on the damp, bone-littered ledge at the bottom of the cleft. The air is foul, and the pile is a grotesque mix of humanoid bones, kobold remains, and unidentifiable dragonspawn parts. Action. Investigate. You use your action to begin a meticulous search of the refuse pile, using your magnifying glass to inspect every glint of metal and strange object. Your modifier, +10. Advantage, granted by the magnifying glass for this detailed search. Guidance, +1d4. The DM rolls 2d20 plus 1d4. D20 rolls, 16-9. You take the 16. Guidance, 1d4, 4. Total investigation check, 16, roll +10, modifier, +4, guidance, equals 30. Your result of 30 meets the highest tier of the loot table. Artifact. Your divinely guided, expert search pays off magnificently. Zakiel's shout from above, "What do you see, knight?" is drowned out by your discovery. Half buried under the skeletal remains of what looks like a failed experiment, you find a simple, unadorned iron flask. Artifact Dungeon Master's Guide. It is sealed with a brass stopper, and you can feel an immense, dormant power contained within it, a sense of a trapped, furious entity. The flask is cold to the touch. You have cleared the refuse pit in Area 11. You are at the bottom of the 80-foot cleft. Zakiel is on the ledge above, near the trapped bridge. What do you do? An incredible find, Sir Randall. You securely stow the iron flask in your handy haversack. Movement. You engage your Calamemnon crystal's flight and descend the 80 feet from the refuse pit. You soar past Zakiel, who is still hovering near the western edge of the bridge, and fly over the 40-foot gap. You easily bypass the collapsing bridge trap and land on the solid eastern ledge. A path cleared, Zakiel grunts, his own potion of flying carrying him across the chasm to join you. The Ghaik grow closer. I can smell their stench on the air. You are now on the eastern side of the cleft. The magical map in your hand updates, showing the tunnel ahead, leads to Area 12. The tunnel is dark and slick with moisture, and you can hear a faint, liquid sloshing sound from the darkness ahead. You and your enlarged Githyanki ally as a large creature proceed, moving at a ready pace. What do you do? The DM pauses, looking at his notes and the map, then back at you. Sir Randall, your thoroughness is commendable, but my apologies if my chronicle was unclear. We just finished clearing Area 11. To recount your actions from the last few moments. 1. You arrived at the chasm of Area 11. 2. You spotted the collapsing bridge trap and the refuse pit below. 3. You flew down 80 feet to the pit. 4. You performed a DC 30 investigation check and discovered the iron flask, artifact. 5. You then flew up and across the chasm, landing on the eastern ledge, effectively clearing the area. You are correct, the DM continues. We would not want a creature to sneak up on us, but Area 11 is now secure behind you. He gestures to the dark, damp tunnel in front of you. You are currently standing on the eastern side of the cleft, at the entrance to Area 12. The magical map has updated, and the faint sloshing sound is just ahead. Given that Area 11 is now fully explored and its treasure secured, do you wish to press forward into Area 12? As you command, Sir Randall. Onward. You and the enlarged Githyanki warrior as a large creature leave the chasm of Area 11 behind and proceed into the dark, slick tunnel. The faint sloshing sound you heard earlier grows louder, becoming a rhythmic, lapping noise. You emerge into a large, cold cavern, Area 12. The entire chamber is dominated by a massive tiered pool of water that glows with a faint purple psionic light. The water itself seems to pulse, and the sloshing sound is coming from something moving within it. On the far side of the pool, a Mind Flayer arcanist stands with its back to you, its tentacles writhing as it levitates several glowing crystals over the water, seemingly conducting arcane experiments. The moment you and your large ally as a large creature step into the cavern, the arcanist's head snaps around. It sees you. Its mind voice shrieks in your head, a sound of pure alarm and fury. The second sentinel has fallen. To arms! Kill the Gith lover. As it screams, the sloshing in the pool intensifies. A massive grey reptilian creature with a toothy maw, a mutated dragon spawn, heaves itself from the glowing water, roaring as it fixes its eyes on you. Roll for initiative. I will roll for you, Zakiel, the Arcanist, and the Dragon Spawn. Sir Randall initiative. Roll 11 plus 9 equals 20. Zakiel initiative. Roll 19 plus 2 equals 21. Mind Flayer Arcanist initiative. Roll 8 plus 2 equals 10. Mutated Dragon Spawn, County Route 5. Initiative. Roll 14 plus 2 equals 16. Zakiel is first, followed by you. Round 1, Initiative 21, Zakiel. Zakiel, still large as a large creature, and flying, roars in answer to the Arcanist's alarm. I will silence your Gaic tongue. He uses his 30-foot flying speed to soar over the psionic pool, closing the 40-foot distance to the Mind Flayer Arcanist. Action, attack, Silver Greatsword. He is now in melee with the Arcanist and attacks twice. Weapon damage. His greatsword attacks now deal an additional 1d4 damage from his enlarge effect. Attack 1. Attack roll plus 7 versus AC 15. Roll 18 plus 7 equals 25. Hit. Damage 13 slashing, 2d6 plus 4, plus 3 slashing, 1d4 enlarge, equals 16 damage. Attack 2. Attack roll plus 7 versus AC 15. Roll 16 plus 7 equals 23. Hit. Damage 11 slashing, 2d6 plus 4, plus 2 slashing, 1d4 enlarge, equals 13 damage. Zakiel has carved deep into the Arcanist, dealing 29 damage. Initiative 20, Sir Randall Gillian. You are next. You are at the southern entrance to the cavern. The mutated dragon spawn is climbing out of the pool, 20 feet away from you. The Mind Flayer Arcanist is 40 feet away, across the pool, locked in melee with Zakiel. What do you do? A sound tactical decision. Closing the distance to the primary threat. Round 1, continued. Initiative 20, Sir Randall Gillian, continued. You ignore the hulking dragon spawn climbing out of the pool in front of you and focus on the true enemy, the Mind Flayer Arcanist. Action, dash. You use your action to dash. Movement. You engage your Calamemnon Crystal's flight, giving you 60 feet of movement this turn, 30 feet base plus 30 feet dash. You soar 40 feet across the glowing psionic pool and land on the far side, flanking the Arcanist with Zakiel. Bonus action, charger attack. You have dasked and moved more than 10 feet in a straight line. You now use your bonus action to unleash a devastating charger attack. Weapon, Red Wizard Blade. Attack roll plus 1-2 versus AC 15. Roll 17 plus 12 equals 29. Hit. Damage. The blade sinks deep, empowered by your charge. It deals 10 piercing, 1d4 plus 8, plus 21 necrotic, 3d12, plus 5 piercing, from charger. Total damage, a massive 36 damage. The Arcanist, already carved up by Zakiel, 29 damage, cannot withstand this new focused assault. Your necromantic blade plunges through its back, and it collapses, its reign of experimentation ended. End of your turn. You and the enlarged Zakiel stand victorious over the Mind Flayer's corpse. But the combat is not over. End of your turn. Death Tyrant's legendary action. The DM stops, looking at his notes. My apologies, Sir Randall. I am referencing the wrong encounter. There is no Death Tyrant here. It is dead in Area 10. My mistake. We proceed. Initiative 16. Mutated Dragon Spawn. The hulking reptilian creature on the other side of the pool, 40 feet away, sees its master fall. It lets out a wet, guttural roar and begins to charge, swimming and clambering through the psionic water toward you. It uses its 30 feet movement to move 30 feet closer. It is now 10 feet away from you, at the edge of the pool, dripping with glowing purple water. Round 2. Initiative 21. Zakiel. Zakiel, his large form as a large creature, towering over you, turns from the dead Arcanist to face the approaching dragon spawn. A lesser beast, he grunts. It is yours, knight, or shall I swat it? Initiative 20. Sir Randall Gillian. You are next. The mutated dragon spawn is 10 feet away from you. Zakiel is beside you. What do you do? They captured you and wanted experiments, just like this creature. It's only fair you get to kill them, Zakiel. The large Githyanki warrior, as a large creature, turns his cold yellow eyes from the dead Arcanist to the approaching mutated dragon spawn. He bares his teeth in a predatory smile. You honor me with this kill, knight. I will unmake this Gake beast. While you fight, I'll have a look, you say, stepping back from the immediate melee. Round 2, continued. Initiative 20, Sir Randall Gillian, continued. You cede the kill to your ally and take a defensive posture, your senses alert. Action, search. You use your action to make an active wisdom, perception check, scanning the laboratory for any hidden threats or details. Your perception modifier, +8. DM rolls 1d 2016, +8 equals 24. Your check is excellent. The room, Area 12, is as it appears, a laboratory focused on the glowing psionic pool and the humming crystals the Arcanist was using. You confirm there are no hidden ambushes. The only other exit is a dark, narrow and wet tunnel leading north, Area 13. You end your turn. Initiative 16. Mutated Dragon Spawn. The dragon spawn, ignoring you, roars and charges the large creature as a large creature that killed its master. It moves 10 feet and engages Zakiel. Attack 1, Bite, versus Zakiel, AC 19. Roll 14 plus 6, assumed equals 20. Hit, damage. The beast's fangs punch through the Githyanki plate, dealing 15, piercing plus acid, damage. Attack 2, Claw, versus Zakiel, AC 19. Roll 9 plus 6 equals 15. Miss. Zakiel takes a hit with a grunt, acidic saliva sizzling on his armor. Initiative 10. Mind Flayer Arcanist. The Arcanist is dead. Round 3. Initiative 21. Zakiel. You bleed me, beast? You die? Zakiel, enraged, retaliates with his silver greatsword. Attack 1 versus Dragonspawn, AC 15. Roll 17 plus 7 equals 24. Hit. Damage. 16 slashing damage, including 1d4 from Enlarge. Attack 2 versus Dragonspawn, AC 15. Roll 12 plus 7 equals 19. Hit. Damage. 12 slashing damage, including 1d4 from Enlarge. The Dragonspawn is heavily wounded, roaring in pain. Initiative 20, Sir Randall Gillian. You see Zakiel is handling the beast, though it is sturdy. You remain vigilant. Action, dodge. You take the dodge action, ready to intervene if your ally falters. I am here if you falter, warrior. Initiative 16, Mutated Dragonspawn. The bloodied monster attacks Zakiel again. Attack 1, Bite, versus Zakiel, AC 19. Roll 18 plus 6 equals 24. Hit. Damage. 11. Piercing plus acid damage. Attack 2, Claw versus Zakiel, AC 19. Roll 11 plus 6 equals 17. Miss. Zakiel is now visibly wounded, but still standing tall. Round 4. Initiative 21. Zakiel. Filth. Die. Zakiel raises his greatsword for a final, cleaving blow. Attack 1 versus Dragonspawn, AC 15. Roll 19, plus 7 equals 26. Hit. Damage, 16 slashing damage, including 1d4 from Enlarge. The Dragonspawn's roar cuts off. It collapses, its mutated body sliding lifelessly back into the glowing psionic pool, which sizzles as it dissolves the corpse. Combat concluded. Zakiel pants, his enlarged form as a large creature, heaving. He has proven himself a capable, if reckless, warrior. The room is clear. The only path forward is the dark, wet tunnel to the north, Area 13. What do you do? I would actually heal, but it seems you're as stubborn as me, haha, you say, noting the Githyanki's wounds. Zakiel just snorts, wiping sizzling illithid blood from his greatsword. Pain is a privilege, knight. It reminds me I am alive and my enemies are not. Now what is this work you wish to do? Work on the experiment that was happening here. Help me check the body. 1. Wisdom, medicine. Check. You approach the corpse of the Mind Flayer Arcanist. Zakiel, still large as a large creature, watches, his expression one of disgust. You use your action to examine the body. Your medicine modifier, +2. DM rolls 1d 2013, +2 equals 15. Your check confirms this was, indeed, an Arcanist. Unlike the first Flayer, this one has no surgical scars. It was the researcher. You also note that its robes are stained with the same glowing purple liquid from the psionic pool, suggesting it was deeply involved in whatever process is happening in the water. 2. Intelligence, investigation, check. Done, you say, standing up. Now, with my guidance and your help, let's investigate this room. Action 1. Cast Guidance. You use your action to cast the cantrip. Touching your holy symbol, the silver light of Saloon settles upon you. Action 2. Investigate with help. You use your next action to begin a meticulous search of the laboratory, focusing on the humming crystals and the Arcanist's workstation. Zakiel assists with my guidance and your help lets investigate, using his enchanted flight to check the higher ledges. Your modifier, +10. Advantage, from Zakiel's help action. Guidance, +1d4. DM rolls 2d20 +1d4. D20 rolls, 14, 11. You take the 14. Guidance, 1d4, 3. Total investigation check, 14, roll, +10, modifier, +3, guidance, equals 27. Your result of 27 falls squarely in the 26 to 29 range. Legendary. Your expert search uncovers the Arcanist's primary project. Tucked into a waterproof oilskin pouch beneath the console, you find 2 items. 1. A set of research notes. These notes are more advanced than the last. They detail the resplendent success of Area 12's pool, which acts as a psionic incubator. The Arcanist was using it to birth true-spawned dragon illithids, like the creature you just fought. The notes mention that the liquid memory from this pool is channeled north to feed the prime brain. 2. Magic item, legendary. A single, perfectly preserved, scaleless black glove. It is impossibly smooth, and it thrums with dark energy. You recognize this as a glove of invulnerability, legendary, Explorer's Guide to Wildemount. Zakiel looks at the glove. More trinkets? This place is a hoard, but the notes confirm our path. The prime brain lies north, through that channel. He gestures with his greatsword to the only remaining exit, a dark, wet tunnel to the north, Area 13, from which the pulsing psionic water seems to be flowing. What do you do? The DM winces, checking his notes again. He is clearly flustered by the second error. You are absolutely correct. My apologies, Sir Randall. That is another hallucinated item that slipped into my notes. It is not an official item, and I will correct this oversight immediately. Thank you for holding me to the standard we agreed upon. Loot, RETCON. We will rewind to the moment of discovery. Your investigation check of 27 still stands, securing a legendary reward. Your expert search uncovers the Arcanist's primary project. Tucked into a waterproof oilskin pouch beneath the console, you find 2 items. 1. A set of research notes. These notes are more advanced than the last. They detail the resplendent success of Area 12's pool, which acts as a psionic incubator. The Arcanist was using it to birth true-spawned dragon illithids, like the creature you just fought. The notes mention that the liquid memory from this pool is channeled north to feed the prime brain. 2. Magic item, legendary. You find a long, dark iron staff, topped with a multifaceted crystal that seems to drink the light from the room. It is heavy, with latent magical power. You instantly recognize this as a Staff of the Magi, legendary Dungeon Master's Guide. This is an artifact of incredible arcane power, a fitting tool for a high-level Arcanist to be studying or hiding. Game resumed. Zakiel looks at the staff with a mixture of awe and disgust. More istic magic? This place is a dragon's hoard of arcane filth. But the notes confirm our path. The prime brain lies north, through that channel. He gestures with his greatsword to the only remaining exit, a dark, wet tunnel to the north, Area 13, from which the pulsing psionic water seems to be flowing. What do you do? The DM nods, a look of respect on his face. This is a brilliant, lateral thinking move. A masterful plan, Sir Randall. You've identified the source of the enemy's power. You will not just bypass it, you will destroy it. You recognize this as a complex two-part magical feat. Zakiel, seeing you focus, steps back and raises his silver greatsword, his eyes scanning the dark tunnel for threats. Turn 1, the preparation. Action, cast guidance. You stand at the edge of the massive, glowing psionic pool. You raise your holy symbol of Saloon and use your action to cast guidance. A faint, silver mote of divine light hovers before your eyes. You are now concentrating, readying yourself for the difficult arcane task ahead. Turn 2, the unraveling. Action, create or destroy water, twisted. It is your turn again. The pool pulses with its sickly, purple light. You raise your Calamemnon crystal and use your action to cast Create or Destroy Water, but you are not targeting 10 gallons. You are targeting the entire pool. You pour your arcane knowledge into the spell, twisting its simple nature. You are not destroying water. You are attempting to destroy the psionic memory that infuses it. This is an incredibly difficult magical feat. You must make a DC 20 Intelligence Arcana check. Your Arcana modifier +4. Guidance, plus 1d4. The DM rolls 1d20 19 and 1d4 2. Your d20 roll is a 19. You add your +4 Arcana modifier, plus a 2 from Guidance. Your total is 25. A resounding success. The simple cantrip, amplified by your intellect and the power of the crystal, strikes the pool. It is not a normal destroy water effect. You have successfully targeted the psionic matrix holding the liquid memory together. The pool boils. The purple light flashes violently, and the water thrashes. Then, with a sound like 1,000 whispers screaming and dying at once, the light extinguishes. The entire pool turns a dead, murky grey. The liquid memory has been neutralized. You have successfully lobotomized the dungeon's fuel source. The tunnel to the north, Area 13, is now just a dark, wet passage. Its psionic conduit is severed. Zakiel stares, his jaw slack. Night, you killed the water. The cavern of Area 12 is now dark, clear and secure. The path north to Area 13 is the only one remaining. What do you do? They will write about this tonight. Zakiel rasps, his voice a low growl of respect as he hefts his massive silver greatsword. If we survive, let us give them a worthy ending. Onward, you command, into the darkness. You and your enlarged Githyanki ally as a large creature leave the now-dead psionic pool of Area 12 and enter the dark, wet tunnel leading north, Area 13. The tunnel itself is bizarre. The walls are not natural stone, but are lined with pulsing, organic, crystalline structures. A channel is carved into the floor, but the liquid memory that once flowed through it is now just a trickle of foul-smelling, inert grey sludge, its power severed by your arcane intervention in Area 12. The tunnel is a straight 60-foot passage that opens into a vast, dark and utterly silent cavern. You have arrived at Area 14. The air is thick, humid and thrums with a psionic pressure so immense it feels like you're underwater. This is the heart of the cleft. This is the Elder Brain Dragon's lair. You stand at the southern entrance to a colossal, multi-tiered cavern. The room is lit by a sickly, pulsing purple light that emanates from the center, where a massive, fleshy, brain-like thing sits in a deep pit, fused with the very stone of the floor. And you see him. On the far side of the cavern, about 80 feet away, a crystalline pod glowing with the same purple light hangs from the ceiling. Inside, you can see the pale, unmoving, and terrified form of Harbin Wester. A voice, the same smooth, ancient, and patient voice from your dreams, fills your mind. It does not shout. It is calm, and its calm is terrifying. The night, and the Githyanki, you have desecrated my hatchery. You have murdered my researchers. You have destroyed my work. The floor of the cavern, which you thought was a pulsating, brain-like mass, begins to rise. A colossal, leathery wing unfurls, followed by another. A massive, serpentine neck lifts from the pit, and a head that is a nightmare fusion of an ancient dragon's skull and a pulsating, tentacled illithid brain turns to face you. Its eyes, pits of cold, purple light, lock onto you. You were invited here to die, Sir Randall. You have merely expedited the process. The spellbook is irrelevant now. I will take your memories, your power, and your soul. The Elder Brain Dragon, County Route 22, has revealed itself. Harbin Wester is 80 feet away, trapped in a pod. Roll for initiative. Yes. Roll for initiative. The DM rolls for all combatants. Sir Randall initiative, roll 17, plus 9 equals 26. Elder Brain Dragon initiative, roll 19, plus 4 equals 23. Zakil initiative, roll 8, plus 2 equals 10. Round 1, initiative 26, Sir Randall Gillian. You are first. You stand at the southern entrance to the lair, Area 14. The Elder Brain Dragon, County Route 22, max HP, is 80 feet away, hovering over the central pit. It is prepared. Harbin Wester is 80 feet away, trapped in a psionic crystal pod. Zakil is beside you, large as a large creature and flying. You are on foot, with a 40-foot movement speed. What do you do? Harbin, just you wait. I'm coming. You bellow, your voice echoing in the vast, psionic thrumming cavern. You point your red wizard blade at the colossal, floating aberration. Dragon, if you thought I came unprepared, you are foolish. This crystal I took from one of your cult leaders in my search for Harbin. Now its magic will be turned on you. Die! Round 1, continued. Initiative 26. Sir Randall Gillian, continued. You are first to act. Movement. You charge forward, your boots pounding over the fleshy, uneven floor of the lair, covering your full 40-foot movement speed. You stop 40 feet away from the massive, hovering Elder Brain Dragon. Action. Magic action. Calamemnon Crystal. You raise your Calamemnon Crystal. Now, taste its power. You use your action to unleash its healing/damage raise ability, firing all 6 rays as damage rays at the dragon. The Elder Brain Dragon must make 6 separate DC 18 dexterity saving throws. The DM notes, the dragon is prepared and is under the effect of a precast haste spell, granting it a +2 bonus to its dex saves, for a total of +6. Ray 1, save roll, 11, plus 6 equals 17. Failure. The dragon takes 30 radiant damage, 6d6 plus 6. Ray 2, save roll, 16, plus 6 equals 22. Success. The dragon twists, taking half damage, 15 radiant damage. Ray 3, save roll, 13, plus 6 equals 19. Success. The dragon shields its brain with a wing, taking half damage, 14 radiant damage. Ray 4, save roll, 4, plus 6 equals 10. Failure. The ray sears its hide, dealing 28 radiant damage. Ray 5, save roll, 19, plus 6 equals 25. Success. It ducks under the beam, taking half damage, 16 radiant damage. Ray 6, save roll, 10, plus 6 equals 16. Failure. The final ray slams into its chest, dealing 31 radiant damage. A barrage of 6 blinding holy beams of light incinerates the fleshy, brain-like hide of the dragon, which bellows a silent, psionic scream of agony. It has taken a total of 134 radiant damage. The dragon has 337 471st HP remaining. You end your turn 40 feet from the dragon. End of your turn. Elder Brain Dragon's legendary action. The Elder Brain Dragon, infuriated by the searing radiant attack, expends its first legendary action. It uses Tentacle Lash. The DM consults his notes. My apologies, Sir Knight. Its Tentacle Lash has a 30-foot range, and you are 40 feet away. It cannot reach you. Instead, it will use its legendary action to cast a spell. It sees your holy light and casts Globe of Invulnerability on itself. A shimmering, faintly visible barrier now surrounds the dragon. It is prepared for your magic. Initiative 23, Elder Brain Dragon. It is the dragon's main turn. It is hovering 80 feet from Harbin's pod and 40 feet from you. It is inside its new globe. Action, Mind Blast, recharge 5 to 6. The dragon's fused brainhead pulses and it unleashes a 60-foot cone of pure, debilitating psionic force directly at you and Zakil. You must both make a DC 20 intelligence saving throw. The DM notes, the save DC is increased as per your instructions. Zakil's INT save +1, roll 12 +1 equals 13. Failure. Zakil is blasted by the force, taking 35 psychic damage. He is stunned until the end of the dragon's next turn. His enlarged form as a large creature goes limp, hovering uselessly in the air. Sir Randall's INT save +4. DM rolls 1d20. The roll is a 14. 14 plus 4 equals 18. That is a failure against the DC 20. You are hit by the full force of the psionic blast. You take 35 psychic damage, and you are stunned for 1 minute. Your HP is now 208, 243rds. You have failed the saving throw. Do you want to use one of your 3 indomitable features to re-roll that saving throw? The DM nods. This is your 3rd and final use of Indomitable. The psionic wave crashes into your mind, a tidal wave of pure, alien malice. Your consciousness begins to buckle, your senses dissolving into static. No, you expend your 3rd and final charge of Indomitable. You roar, focusing your entire being, your knightly will, and the blessing of Selûne into a single point of resistance. I will roll again for your DC 20 intelligence saving throw. Your modifier is +4. DM rolls 1d20. The new roll is a 17. 17 plus 4 is a 21. That is a success. You stagger, clutching your head as the dragon's mental assault breaks against your indomitable spirit. The stunning effect fails. You are not stunned. You still take half damage for succeeding on the save, 17 psychic damage. Your HP is now 226 243rds. The Elder Brain Dragon rears back, its mind voice a hiss of disbelief. It stood? Impossible. Initiative 23, Elder Brain Dragon, continued. The dragon has used its action. It is still under the effects of its precast haste spell, which does not require concentration. It now uses its haste action. Movement. Its haste speed, ATFT, is more than enough. It lunges 25 feet across the cavern, its massive body moving with terrifying speed. It is now hovering 15 feet away from you, its full monstrous form blocking your view of everything. Haste action, bite attack. It uses its haste action to make 1 bite attack. Attack roll +1/5 versus AC 20. Roll 18 +1/5 equals 3/3. Heat. Damage. The dragon's maw, a nightmare of tentacles and dragon fangs, clamps down on you. You take 28 piercing damage and 13 psychic damage. Your HP is now 185 243rds. The dragon ends its turn. End of dragon's turn. Legendary action. The dragon, now in melee range, expends its 2nd legendary action. It uses Tentacle Lash. You must make a DC 20 dexterity saving throw. Your dex save +6, roll 11, +6 equals 17. That is a failure against the DC 20. Damage. A mass of psionic tentacles erupts from the dragon's brain hide and lashes you, dealing 21 psychic damage. Your HP is now 164 243rds. Round 1, continued. Initiative 10, Zakiel. It is Zakiel's turn. He is 40 feet away, hovering limply in the air, his enlarged form as a large creature, completely paralyzed by the stunned condition. He cannot act. Round 2, Initiative 26, Sir Randall Gillian. You are next. You are at 164 243rds HP. You are 15 feet away from the Elder Brain Dragon, which is hovering in front of you. The dragon is inside a globe of invulnerability. This means any spell of 5th level or lower cast from outside the globe cannot affect it. Your ally, Zakiel, is 40 feet away, stunned and helpless. What do you do? The DM nods, a grim acknowledgement. He makes a note on his sheet. You are correct, Sir Randall. My apologies for that oversight. I will only use legendary actions at the end of other creatures' turns, as is proper. We will proceed. Fine, dragon. We do this the hard way. Round 2, continued. Initiative 26, Sir Randall Gillian, continued. It is your turn. You are at 164 243rds hydrogen phosphide, 15 feet from the Elder Brain Dragon. The dragon is inside its globe of invulnerability. Bonus action, recover vitality. You call upon your boon of recovery. This fight is not yet over. You expend 9 of your 10d10s from the vitality pool. DM rolls 9d10. You regain 51 hit points. Your HP is now 215 243rds. Movement. You engage your Calamemnon Crystal's flight, launching yourself into the air to flank the massive dragon, hovering just to its right. Action. Attack action. Red Wizard Blade. You are inside the dragon's 10-foot globe of invulnerability, bypassing its magical defense. You unleash your first 3 attacks with the Red Wizard Blade, Target AC 20, hasted. Attack 1. Attack roll +1 2, roll 15 +12 equals 27. Hit. Damage 10 piercing, 1d4 +8, +24 necrotic, 3d12 equals 34 damage. Attack 2. Attack roll +1 2, roll 19 +12 equals 31. A roll of 19. That is a critical hit. Crit damage 12 piercing, 2d4 +8 +43. Necrotic 6d12 equals 55 damage. Attack 3. Attack roll +1 2, roll 9 +12 equals 21. Hit. Damage 12. Piercing 1d4 +8 +8. Necrotic 3d12 equals 20 damage. Action surge. You are a blur of motion. You use your first action surge to attack 3 more times. Attack 4. Attack roll +1 2, roll 17 +12 equals 29. Hit. Damage 9 piercing, 1d4 +8 +31. Necrotic 3d12 equals 40 damage. Attack 5. Attack roll +1 2, roll 3 +12 equals 1 5. Miss. Your blade skips off the dragon's psionically hardened hide. Attack 6. Attack roll +1 2, roll 18 +12 equals 30. A roll of 18. Another critical hit. Crit damage. You bury the necromantic blade to the hilt. 14 piercing, 2d4 +8 +41 necrotic, 6d12 equals 55 damage. The Elder Brain Dragon shrieks, a deafening telepathic howl of pure agony. You have dealt a catastrophic 204 damage in a single 6-second barrage. The beast is horrifically wounded, its brain flesh sizzling and dissolving under the blade's necromantic power. The dragon has 133 471st HP remaining. You end your turn. End of your turn. Elder Brain Dragon's legendary action. The dragon, desperate and bloodied, expends its first legendary action. It lashes out at you with its psionic tentacles. You must make a DC 20 dexterity saving throw. Your dex save +6, roll 9 +6 equals 1 5. Failure. Damage. The psychic tendrils feel like icy hooks in your mind. You take 21 psychic damage. Your HP is now 194 243rds. Initiative 23. Elder Brain Dragon. It is the dragon's main turn. It is hasted and inside its globe of invulnerability. It must kill you. Haste action, bite attack. It lunges, its fanged maw snapping. Attack roll +1 5 versus AC 20, roll 14 +1 5 equals 29. Hit. Damage 28 piercing +13 psychic damage. Your HP is now 153 243rds. Action, multi-attack. The dragon brings its full monstrous arsenal to bear. Attack 1, claw. Roll 19 +1 5 equals 34. Hit. Damage 17 slashing +13 psychic damage. Attack 2, claw. Roll 6 +1 5 equals 21. Hit. Damage 17 slashing +13 psychic damage. Attack 3, tail. Roll 10 +1 5 equals 25. Hit. Damage 19 bludgeoning +13 psychic damage. You are hammered by a relentless barrage, taking a total of 133 damage from its full attack. Your HP drops from 153 to 2243rds. You are critically wounded. The dragon's turn ends. The stunned condition on Zakiel ends. End of dragon's turn. Legendary action. The dragon is not finished. It expends its second legendary action to lash out again with its tentacle lash. You must make another DC 20 dexterity saving throw. Your dex save +6, roll 11, +6 equals 17. Failure. Damage. The tentacles strike you, dealing 21 psychic damage. You had 20 HP remaining. This damage reduces you to -1 HP. Boon of recovery, last stand. As the psychic energy overwhelms you and you begin to fall, your boon of recovery activates. When you would be reduced to 0 hydrogen phosphide, you can drop to 1 HP instead and regain a number of hit points equal to half your max HP. You are not unconscious. You instead drop to 1 hydrogen phosphide, and then instantly, a surge of divine and heroic power floods your body. You regain 121 HP, half of 243. Your HP is now 122 243rds. The dragon's mind voice is a shriek of pure, unadulterated shock. It lives? How? Round 2 continued. Initiative 10, Zakiel. Zakiel's stun breaks. He sees you stagger in the air, nearly dead, only to be instantly revitalized by your own power. He sees the dragon, horrifically wounded by your assault. For the comet! He roars. He uses his 30-foot fly speed to charge the dragon. Action, attack, silver greatsword. He is large as a large creature, and his attacks gain 1d4 damage. Attack 1 versus dragon, AC 20, roll 17 plus 7 equals 24. Hit. Damage, 11 slashing, 2d6 plus 4, plus 3, slashing, 1d4, equals 14 damage. Attack 2 versus dragon, AC 20, roll 13 plus 7 equals 20. Hit. Damage, 9 slashing, 2d6 plus 4, plus 2 slashing, 1d4, equals 11 damage. Zakiel carves 25 damage from the dragon. The dragon has 108 471st HP remaining. End of Zakiel's turn, legendary action. The dragon expends its third and final legendary action. It lashes out at the Githyanki warrior who just wounded it. It uses Tentacle Lash on Zakiel. Zakiel's dex save versus DC 20, roll 8. Failure. Damage. Zakiel is struck for 21 psychic damage. He is wounded but still fighting. Round 3. Initiative 26, Sir Randall Gillian. You are next. You are at 122 243rd HP. You are in melee with the Elder Brain Dragon, which is now critically wounded, 108 HP. The dragon's globe of invulnerability is still active. Zakiel is in melee beside you. What do you do? Dragon. This is a blade of the Red Wizards. They tried to assassinate me, and they failed. Do you know what's special about their blades? You raise the dark necromantic dagger, its edge seeming to drink the dim psionic light of the cavern. A creature killed by one has no hope for resurrection. This is your end. Round 3 continued. Initiative 26, Sir Randall Gillian continued. It is your turn. You are at 122 243rd HP, in melee with the critically wounded Elder Brain Dragon. Movement. You use your Calamemnon Crystal's flight, zipping 30 feet around the dragon's massive thrashing body to its back, flanking it with Zakiel. You remain in melee, hovering over the fleshy floor. Action, attack action, Red Wizard Blade. You begin your assault, plunging the dagger into the creature's exposed brain hide. Target AC 20, hasted. Attack 1. Attack roll +1 2. Roll 17 plus 12 equals 29. Hit. Damage. The blade sinks deep, dealing 11 piercing, 1d4 plus 8, plus 17 necrotic, 3d12 damage. Total, 28. The dragon has 8471st HP remaining. Attack 2. Attack roll, +1 2, roll 18, plus 12 equals 30. A roll of 18. That is a critical hit. Crit damage. You drive the blade into a massive pulsing neuron, dealing 13 piercing, 2d4 plus 8, plus 43 necrotic, 6d12 damage. Total, 56. The dragon has 24 471st HP remaining. Attack 3. Attack roll, +1 2, roll 9, plus 12 equals 21. Hit. Damage. The dragon shudders as you rip the blade free and plunge it in again, dealing 9 piercing, 1d4 plus 8, plus 24 necrotic, 3d12 damage. Total, 33. Combat concluded. The final, devastating necromantic blow is too much. The Elder Brain Dragon's telepathic shriek cuts off into a deafening psionic silence. Its massive, mutated body convulses. The purple light in its eyes fades to black. Its haste spell ends, and its globe of invulnerability flickers and dies. The dragon, slain by the Red Wizard Blade, does not simply die. Its body, supercharged with necrotic energy, begins to rapidly dissolve. The flesh sloughs off its draconic bones, and the massive, exposed elder brain at its core cracks and turns to grey dust. The creature is not just dead, it is gone. It cannot be raised from the dead. The cavern is plunged into a heavy, oppressive silence, the thrumming psionic energy vanishing instantly. The only light now comes from the faint, pulsing glow of the crystal pod 80 feet away, where Harbin Wester is still trapped. Zakiel, his enlarged form heaving, lowers his greatsword. It is done. The prime brain is dust. He looks at the black ash already dissipating on the floor. That is a blade of final judgment, Sir Knight. You have defeated the master of the lair. The path to Harbin is clear. Harbin? Finally, I've found you. You and Zakiel, still enlarged as a large creature, fly across the massive dark cavern, your 30-foot fly speed easily covering the 80-foot distance. You land on the ledge next to the pulsing, purple pod. Inside, Harbin Wester's eyes are wide with abject terror. He is pale, his fine clothes are soaked, and he is trembling violently, but he appears physically unharmed. Do you need healing? Food? Or are you just ready to get out of here? You ask, your voice firm. You don't wait for an answer. You sheathe your red wizard blade and use your action, slamming your gauntleted fist into the crystalline structure. The pod, its psionic power source now dead with the dragon, shatters like glass. Harbin Wester spills out onto the ledge, collapsing into a heap, and gasping for air as if surfacing from underwater. He scrambles away from the pod, his eyes wild. Sir Randall? He whispers, his voice a choked, dry croak. He stares at you, then at the large Githyanki warrior as a large creature, hovering beside you, and he lets out a thin shriek. It's still here. The monsters, the eyes. You grab his shoulders firmly to steady him. Harbin, it's me. You are safe. The dragon is dead. The Mind Flayers are dead. Harbin stares at you, his mind struggling to process. Dead? He looks past you at the dissipating cloud of black ash where the Elder Brain Dragon used to be. It's gone. But most importantly, you press, is there any other threats you're aware of? Anything else we should be cautious of? Harbin shakes his head, his teeth chattering. Threats? Sir Randall, I don't know. I was in your office, then the void, and then this place. The tentacled things. They were talking in my head. And the dragon, oh Saloon, the dragon. It just watched me. I don't know anything else. Just get me out. Please, Sir Randall, in the name of all the gods, just get me home. He is terrified and disoriented, but he is alive and seemingly unaware of any other dangers. The lair is silent. The only remaining path is the one you came from. All right, you're safe, you say, your voice softening as you turn to the trembling townmaster. You unhook your water skin and press it into his hands. Here, take a moment, catch your breath, and drink. Harbin nods, his hands shaking so violently he can barely hold it, but he drinks deeply. You turn to your Githyanki ally who is now shrinking, the potion of growth wearing off. He returns to his normal, medium size. I need to check this place over, you say, your eyes scanning the massive, dark cavern. It might have had a dragon's hoard. I have my handy haversack and a bag of holding. Zakiel, aid me once more. Help me investigate this place. A bit of guidance should help as well. Zakiel, now back to his normal height, nods curtly. A dragon brain's nest? Yes. There will be trophies. You leave Harbin shivering on the ledge and approach the central pit where the Elder Brain Dragon dissolved into ash. Action 1. Cast Guidance. You use your action to cast your cantrip, and the familiar silver light of Saloon settles upon you. Action 2. Investigate with help. You and Zakiel, providing the help action, begin a meticulous search of the massive pit, sifting through the piles of black ash, psionic sludge and ancient half-dissolved bones that made up the creature's lair. Your investigation modifier +10. Advantage from Zakiel's help action. Guidance +1d4. The DM rolls 2d20 plus 1d4. D20 rolls 15 8. You take the 15. Guidance 1d4. 3. Total investigation check 15. Roll +10. Modifier +3. Guidance equals 28. Your roll of 28 falls into the 26 to 29 range, securing a legendary item. Your divinely guided search is fruitful. Beneath the final layer of necromantic ash, in a recessed cache carved into the stone of the pit, you find the dragon's true hoard. It is not vast, but it is potent. You find a chest containing 8,000 platinum pieces and several flawless palm-sized rubies. Magic item, legendary. A simple, unadorned cloak made of what appears to be shimmering, liquid shadow. As you grasp it, it seems to disappear from your own sight for a moment. You instantly recognize it as a cloak of invisibility. Legendary Dungeon Master's Guide. You have done it. You have plundered the lair, destroyed the Elder Brain Dragon, cleared the dungeon of its Mind Flayer researchers and rescued Harbin Wester. Zakiel, seeing you stow the legendary cloak, gives a sharp nod of approval. A prize worthy of the battle, Sir Knight. Harbin, seeing you both return from the pit, stumbles to his feet. Is it over? Can we go now? Please? The path back to your airship is long, but it is clear. The DM's voice for Zakiel is a low, guttural rasp. The Githyanki warrior, still flying on the last fumes of his potion, looks at the pile of platinum you gesture toward and then at you, his yellow eyes sharp. 1,000 platinum? He repeats. He snorts, a sound of contempt. Tsk. You offer me coin, Knight, the battle we just fought, the destruction of the Geik dragon. That was the payment. This, he gestures to the platinum, is merely material. A resource for the next hunt. I will take it, but do not mistake me for a common sellsword. He scoops a pouch from the chest and fills it with the platinum, his movements precise and economical. He then turns his full, intense gaze on you, his expression unreadable, as he considers your second, more important question. You ask me to join your company, he says, testing the word. To be a retainer? He looks at your red wizard blade, then at the trembling, useless form of Harbin Wester, and then up, toward the cavern ceiling, as if he can see your impossible airship waiting beyond the stone. A slow, sharp-toothed smile spreads across his face. No, Sir Randall, I will not be your retainer. Retainers follow. They cower on the ship while their master fights. I am a warrior. I will join you, yes, but I will join you as Zakiel, Blade of Vengeance. He slams his free fist against the Githyanki plate on his chest. Your path, hunting down artifacts, destroying cosmic abominations and crushing the Geik, it is a worthy path. It leads to glory. It leads to my revenge. He hefts his massive silver greatsword and gives you a sharp, definitive nod. I will join your war, Knight. Now let us be rid of this stench and this weeping. He gestures impatiently to Harbin, ready to leave. The DM nods, taking in your final commands for this chapter of the Chronicle. The air in the cavern, no longer thrumming with psionic dread, feels empty and cold. Zakiel, Blade of Vengeance, you command. Follow me, blade in hand. Come, Harbin. The good retainers will be happy to see you. Zakiel hefts his greatsword and, with his other arm, firmly grips the still trembling townmaster. You will walk, Istik, the Githyanki grunts, pulling Harbin to his feet. You lead the way, your Calamemnon crystal allowing you to fly slowly as you guide your two companions back the way you came. The path is clear, a testament to your thorough and brutal advance. You pass the dead psionic pool in Area 12. You cross the chasm of Area 11, bypassing the trapped bridge you flew over earlier. You walk through the silent, bone-filled lair of the Death Tyrant in Area 10. You navigate the cleared laboratories of Area 9 and Area 7. You bypass the disarmed traps in Area 8 and Area 4. Finally, you reach the river gate at Area 1, the roar of the waterfall your only companion. You fire a signal flare, and moments later the humming bulk of the Void Revenge descends from the clouds, its ramp lowering. Percival, Edda and Milo are standing at the top, their faces etched with relief. Behind them, the two human merchants and the dwarf you rescued earlier huddle, wide-eyed. Sir Randall, Percival Dunn calls out, his formal composure breaking. You've returned. And Townmaster Wester, Milo Reedleaf, spotting Harbin, pumps his fist. He's alive. He's done it. A perfect rescue. You ascend the ramp, guiding the shaking Harbin. Edda Flintlock meets you halfway, throwing a thick wool blanket over the townmaster's shoulders. You look like you've seen the hells, sir, she grunts. Good to have you back. Malphas, you command. Report. The air on the deck shimmers, and the towering pit fiend materializes, his sudden appearance causing Harbin and the other prisoners to scream. The chronicle is extensive, master. Malphas booms. Greater than he faced a death tyrant, tore the eye of Vecna from its lair, then descended into the pit and, with this Githyanki, erased the Elder Brain Dragon from existence. Milo is scribbling so fast his quill is smoking. And this, you say, placing a hand on the Githyanki's shoulder, is Zakiel, Blade of Vengeance. He is a warrior of great renown, and our new companion. Zakiel just crosses his arms, his silver greatsword on his back, his yellow eyes unsettling everyone on the deck. Percival, you command, set the ship back to Phandalin. At once, sir. The ramp closes and the airship lurches, turning its bow away from the dark mountains and toward home. You turn to Harbin, who is now seated on a crate, sipping desperately from the water skin. Harbin, you are safe. When we return, the best clerics I can afford will be at your service to aid you and calm your emotions. You have endured horrors. Furthermore, 1,000 of this platinum belongs to the town. See that it continues to prosper. Harbin just nods, unable to speak, his eyes overflowing with grateful tears. You then walk over to the other 3 rescued prisoners. You hand each of them a heavy pouch of gold. This is to make yourselves whole. Use it to build a new life. Keep trying to live for another day. They fall to their knees, stammering their thanks. Finally, as the Void Revenge clears the mountain peaks, you gather your true command staff on the deck: Malphas, Zakiel, Percival Dunn, Edda Flintlock, and Milo Reedleaf. Our work is not done, you state, your voice cutting through the wind. We will speak in private on our next steps when the ship has reached the town and the commoners are safe on the ground. They all nod, a strange and powerful alliance forged in your service. A devil, a Githyanki, a steward, a veteran, and a chronicler. And you, Sir Randall, at their center, your gaze already fixed on the next distant horizon. The DM's voice becomes low and serious. The wind howling over the deck of the Void Revenge seems to die, and the air becomes heavy and cold, all sounds sucked into the gravity of your declaration. You stand before your command staff. Now that we have all gathered, you say, your voice cutting through the air, it is time to say the dangerous part out loud. We have just been going after the hatchlings of the dragon cult. We need to go for the head of the serpent. You lock your gaze with the burning balefire eyes of the Pit Fiend. Tiamat, the god of dragons. The cult worships her, so she needs to be cut down. The reaction is instantaneous and absolute. Milo Reedleaf's quill snaps in his hand. Edda Flintlock stops, her hand frozen on the way to her crossbow. Percival Dunn's face goes the color of parchment. Sir, I must have misheard you. Zakiel, Blade of Vengeance, who had been standing with his arms crossed, slams his silver greatsword's pommel into the deck. His enlarged form as a large creature seems to vibrate, and his yellow eyes flare with a white-hot, ancient hatred. Tiamat? He hisses, the name a curse. The Geik Queen? The mother of our slavery? Knight, you speak the unspeakable war. You speak vengeance. But it is Malphas's reaction that stops your heart. The Pit Fiend's mocking, arrogant demeanor shatters. The sulphurous heat radiating from him vanishes, replaced by an icy cold that rivals your crystal's aura. His balefire eyes, usually burning with malice, widen in what you can only identify as pure, unadulterated shock. His telepathic voice, usually a booming, confident roar in your head, is a choked, strained whisper. Master. What did you say? Tiamat, you repeat, holding his gaze. Malphas takes an involuntary step back. His wings flare, not in aggression but in a defensive posture. You do not understand. Asterisk, he transmits, his voice shaking. Greater than asterisk, you speak of the god of dragons. You are a fool. She is not just some dragon god the cultists pray to. She is the Archduchess of Avernus, the first tyrant, the queen of the 9 hells. He points a trembling, massive claw at you, then at himself. I am a Pit Fiend. I am a creature of law and hierarchy. You are asking me to declare war on a god? On an Archdevil? On the ruler of the very plane from which I was forged? This is not a hunt. This is not an adventure. This is suicide. This is a war against the very structure of the cosmos. You are mad. Asterisk. For the first time since you bound him, Malphas looks at you not with mockery, not with contempt, but with a new, horrified and profound awe. He finally understands. You are mad, and he is chained to you. He looks at Zakiel, who is now grinning with fanaticism, then at your human retainers, who are pale with terror, and then back to you. You truly mean it. You would challenge the 9 hells themselves. Malphas, who had recoiled in shock, slowly straightens. His balefire eyes narrow, his fear momentarily replaced by a cold, ancient pride. His telepathic voice is a low, serrated growl. Fought in it, master? I was forged by it. I have commanded legions on the smoking plains of Avernus. I have waded through oceans of demonic ichor. Demon filth, not devil. For longer than your entire bloodline has existed. I have held the line against the infinite chaos of the abyss, while your mortal ancestors were still learning to sharpen rocks. That is war. That is our purpose. It is the great eternal struggle of law against chaos. He leans closer, the heat returning to his presence as his anger builds. What you speak of, attacking the Archduchess of the First Hell, my Archduchess, is not war. It is heresy. It is oblivion. It is asking a soldier to turn his blade on the very concept of an army. I fought the blood war, yes. I did not fight to unmake the hells themselves. The DM's voice for Malphas is soft now, almost a whisper. The Pit Fiend, who had been recoiling in terror, slowly, carefully becomes still. The air around him, which had fluctuated between heat and cold, becomes perfectly unnaturally calm. He is no longer a shocked soldier. He is a creature of pure, calculating, lawful evil, and he is listening. Ambition. Malphas's telepathic voice is no longer a shout, but a low, conspiratorial hiss. Greater than asterisk, you mortals think you invented it. You think it is born of your short, pathetic lives. Ambition, little knight, is the fire in which the 9 hells were forged. It is the only law that truly matters. He floats closer. The other retainers, sensing the shift, back away, but Zakil holds his ground, his eyes wide, recognizing the shift. You speak my name, Malphas continues, his voice layered with a new, strange quality. Not mockery. Analysis. Greater than asterisk, not devil. Not soldier. You speak of Malphas. And you see? The fiend's balefire eyes seem to dim, focusing on you with an intensity that is more terrifying than his rage ever was. An archduke. A profound, heavy silence hangs on the deck, broken only by the wind. Malphas is processing an idea he has never dared to form. She is distracted, he whispers, the thought taking root. Greater than asterisk, her cultists pull her focus. She divides her strength, wastes it on your world, while the true war, the blood war, rages unabated. She abandons her post. She is an inefficient ruler. The Pit Fiend looks at you. He looks at the bound, unconscious lich being guarded by Edda. He looks at the fanatical, enlarged Githyanki warrior as a large creature. At your side, you are not just a human named Randall. You are a catalyst. You do not just break the rules. You would rewrite them. You would march on Avernus itself and offer its crown to me. Malphas lets out a single, low, guttural laugh. The sound is utterly devoid of humor. It is the sound of a lock clicking into place. Master, your chronicle has just become the most important text in the history of the plains. Continue. I am listening. The DM's voice for Malphas is a low, humming vibration of pure, focused power. The Pit Fiend floats silently on the deck of the Void Revenge, his entire being locked onto you. His initial shock has been forged, in an instant, into a cold, terrifying, and profound purpose. Preparation. Yes, Master. A war against the Archduchess of Avernus is not a simple brawl with a deluded geik. It requires precision. The removal of her power base on this plane is the first, logical step. A sound, lawful strategy. He floats an inch closer. The air around him is charged. You speak of freedom. A silence stretches, so heavy it's almost physical. You would unmake my binding? You would unleash a Pit Fiend, and then offer it a choice? A low, dry, hissing laugh like stones grinding together fills your mind. It is the first sound of genuine, mirthful, diabolical pleasure you have ever heard from him. Haha. You offer me combat, or a contract. The blade, or the bargain. You truly are the most magnificent, arrogant, and dangerous mortal I have ever had the pleasure to serve. Malphas draws himself up to his full, terrifying height, his wings casting a shadow over the entire deck. Why would I face you in combat, Sir Randall? You, who hold artifacts that can erase a soul from existence. You, who carry the very will to challenge the cosmos. No, when that day comes, when you, in your terrible, beautiful madness, finally unbind me, you will not need to ask for a contract. I will have it, and a pen, waiting. For the throne of the first hell, I would serve you not as a slave, but as an ally, and together we would bring true order to the plains. He bows, a deep, slow, and utterly predatory gesture. It is the first time he has bowed to you in respect, not servitude. Let us return to Phandalin, Master. We have preparations to make. The DM nods, his voice low and grave. The Void Revenge is quiet, save for the wind whistling through the rigging and the distant, muffled moans of the rescued prisoners. Your entire retinue is assembled on the deck. My retainers, you command, your voice cutting through the tension. Take my gear, stow them away, leave me with only the rapier. Percival Dunn looks aghast. Sir? All of it. Your artifacts? Your Calamemnon crystal? We are still in hostile skies. Edda Flintlock just sighs, her face grim. He's got that look, Percival. The one he gets before he does something impossibly brave or impossibly stupid. Just do it. With meticulous care, Percival and Edda take your stowed items, the Staff of the Magi, the Cloak of Invisibility, the Crystal Ball, the Iron Flask, and even your Red Wizard Blade. They take your handy haversack and bag of holding. You even choose to unlatch your molten bronze skin, which peels away, leaving you standing on the deck, clad only in your knight's tunic and trousers, the simple rapier, plus one at your hip. Before this day's over, you say, your voice quiet but firm, I promise to pull a card from the deck of many things. Percival's face goes white. Sir, no, not the artifact from the tyrant's lair. You cannot. I have no idea what will happen, you continue, so let us be safe and keep the things most valuable secure. You walk away from your retainers, moving to the other side of the ship, the open, windswept bow 40 feet from anyone. The bound, unconscious lich is lashed to the mast, a silent trophy. Zakiel and Malphas watch, their inhuman expressions a mix of awe and terror. You reach into your tunic and pull out the one item you kept, the small, silk-wrapped bundle. You unwrap the deck of many things. The 22 ivory plaques feel impossibly cold, thrumming with a power that makes your teeth ache. Damn, you whisper to the wind. I pull a card. The DM pauses, the silence on the deck stretching to an unbearable length. He takes a single D22 from his bag. You set your jaw. You shuffle the deck once, your hands steady. You close your eyes, draw a single card from the top of the deck, and turn it over. The DM rolls the die. It clatters on the table, and he looks at the result. A slow smile spreads across his face. You look down. The ivory is cool against your palm. Etched upon it is the image of a gleaming helmed warrior, his sword held in a salute. You have drawn the Knight, Dungeon Master's Guide. You gain the service of a 4th level fighter who appears in a space you choose within 30 feet of you. The fighter is of the same race as you and serves you loyally until death, believing the fates have drawn him or her to you. You control this character. For a moment, nothing happens. The deck in your hand feels suddenly inert, its magic spent. The wind howls. Zakiel looks disappointed. The cosmos, he grunts, is boring. Then, a shimmering pillar of pure silver moonlight, Saloon's light, stabs down from the storm clouds, striking the deck 10 feet in front of you. The light solidifies. Standing in the beam, clad in gleaming plate mail, is a young, dark-haired human warrior. He looks confused for only a second, his hand on the pommel of a greatsword. He looks at the deck, at the sky, and then at you. His eyes, full of purpose, lock onto yours. He drops to one knee, his head bowed, his fist to his heart. My liege, the knight says, his voice strong and clear. I do not know how I came to this place, but I know why. The fates themselves have guided my sword to your service. My name is Sir Randall. I am a knight, and I am yours to command, until death. Behind you, you hear a muffled thud. God's alive, Edda mutters. Percival fainted. The DM nods, and the voice of the new knight, Sir Randall, rings out, clear and without hesitation. My liege, Sir Randall says, rising to his feet in one smooth motion. He places his fist to his heart again. I understand my charge. The fates have willed me to your side, and I will be their shield. They shall be safe, or I shall be dead. He gives you a final, respectful nod, then turns and walks with a steady, confident stride toward the rest of your retinue. The scene he walks into is one of chaos. Percival Dunn is, as Edda noted, slumped against the mast, having fainted dead away from the shock. Edda Flintlock is kneeling over him, impatiently slapping his cheeks. Get up, old man. He's just added one. He didn't die. Gods, you're useless. Milo Reedleaf is staring, his mouth wide open, his quill shaking. A knight from the cards, summoned by moonlight. This is the greatest story I've ever heard. We have another hero. Zakiel, Blade of Vengeance, still in his enlarged Githyanki plate as a large creature. Merely snorts, his eyes assessing the newcomer's armor and greatsword. Another Istic blade. We will see if he knows how to use it. Malphas, the Pit Fiend, who has been watching this entire display, lets a low, rumbling laugh echo in your mind. Greater than asterisk. Ha, you play with the fates, master, and they send you a pet. A smaller, paler version of yourself. How quaint. This chronicle writes itself. Sir Randall arrives at the group. He pointedly ignores Zakiel and Malphas, his focus entirely on the humans. He looks at Percival, then at Edda. I am Sir Randall, he states, his voice calm. Sir Randall has charged me with your protection. Please, when you are able, tell me everything I need to know about our master. Edda just stares at him, then at you, then back at. She sighs, a long, suffering sound, and goes back to slapping Percival. Right. Another one? Just what we needed. The Void Revenge continues its journey through the stormy sky, the deck now home to 2 knights, a Githyanki warrior, a pit fiend, a fainted majordomo, a pragmatic attendant, an ecstatic messenger, and a gaggle of rescued traumatized commoners. You stand at the bow, your rapier, +1 at your hip, looking out at the distant welcoming lights of Phandalin. The first leg of your new, grand campaign is over. The DM nods, his face grim. The scene you've set is thick with tension. The Void Revenge descends through the stormy clouds, its massive, soul-powered balloon casting a sickly purple glow over a terrified, rain-soaked Phandalin. The townsfolk who had gathered to see the strange ship scatter in terror as the ramp lowers. Your retainers act with practiced efficiency. Edda Flintlock and the newly arrived Sir Randall create a secure perimeter, their weapons ready. Percival Dunn, now conscious, moves with crisp, urgent steps, guiding the traumatized Harbin Wester and the other rescued prisoners down the ramp and into the care of the town guard. Get them to the Stonehill Inn, Percival commands, and send for the town cleric. They are in shock. Once the commoners are clear, the ramp to the Void Revenge slides shut, sealing you inside with your chosen war council. The bound, unconscious lich remains lashed to the mast, a silent trophy. You follow your own command, handing your handy haversack, your bag of holding, and your red wizard blade to Percival. Stow them, you order. Leave me with only the rapier. Sir, Percival begins, his voice trembling, is this wise? You ignore him, walking to the bow of the ship. You are clad only in your tunic, the simple rapier at your hip. You pull the silk-wrapped bundle from your belt. You are alone, save for the wind. You turn your gaze to Malphas, who is hovering near the mast, his balefire eyes watching you with a newfound calculating it. Yes, my first pull was only another night, you call out, your voice cutting through. Do you underestimate my ambition, devil? I faced you in single combat, not even at the height of my power, and I was victorious. You hold up the deck of many things. Do not think I will not tempt my fate. As you say these words, you declare, I will pull 2 cards. The reaction on the deck is immediate and explosive. Percival Dunn lets out a choked gasp. Sir, no. You cannot. The fates were kind. You have won. Do not throw away your life, your soul, on a gambler's whim. Edda Flintlock draws her crossbow, as if she could shoot the cards from your hand. Gods damn it, knight. Are you mad? You don't quit while you're ahead? We have a lich on the deck. Stop this foolishness. Milo Reedleaf's eyes are as wide as saucers. 2 more, sir. Oh, the Chronicle. The Knight and the Fates, Part 2. Sir Randall, your new knight, steps forward, his hand on his greatsword. My liege, my fate is bound to yours. If you pull, I stand ready to face whatever the cosmos hurls at us. Zakiel, Blade of Vengeance, throws his head back and laughs, a harsh, guttural sound. He is going to do it. He tempts the void. Vlakith. This is the greatest day of my life. Pull, knight, pull, and let us see what chaos you unleash. But it is Malphas's reaction that silences them all. The pit fiend, who was watching you with a newfound, calculated respect, goes utterly still. His telepathic voice, which had been so full of ambition moments before, is now a stunned, hollow whisper in your mind. 2? You would risk everything. Your victory, your new artifacts, your war against the Dragon Queen, your very soul, not for power, but to prove you are not underestimated. The fiend seems to shrink, his wings drawing tight. You are not a mortal. You are a void. An abyss of pure, chaotic will. You do not fear the hells, you do not fear the gods. Why would you fear a deck of cards? The DM pauses, taking a breath. He is holding 2 dice, hidden in his hand. You stand at the bow, Sir Randall. The deck of many things is cold in your hand. Your entire retinue holds its breath, caught between abject terror and fanatical awe. You have 21 cards remaining? Are you certain you wish to proceed? The DM's voice is low, his hands visibly steady as he picks up a 22-sided die. He sets it down. He picks up a 21-sided die. As always, you all know what to do, you say, your voice calm and steady. If I shall die, take the wealth and resurrect me. You look at the 21 cards remaining in the deck of many things. I pull. Your hand is steady. You draw the first of your 2 cards and turn it over. The DM rolls the D21. The result is 4. You look down at the ivory plaque. Etched upon it is the image of 3 shadowed feminine figures, their hands weaving a single glowing thread of light. You have drawn the Fates. A profound cosmic knowledge instantly fills your mind. You understand with absolute certainty that you have just gained the power to unravel and reweave reality. You can, at any point before your death, choose to erase a single event as if it never happened. An event, like a bad pull, or a friend's death, or a single terrible mistake. Percival, seeing the card, lets out a gasp of air he didn't know he was holding. The Fates, sir, that is a blessing. A miracle. Zakil just scoffs. A subtle trick. A thread. What good is that in a war? You hold the card for a moment, feeling its power settle into your soul. Then, you look at the deck. You declared 2 cards. And now, the second. You reach forward, your hand unwavering, and draw the second card from the remaining 20. The DM sets aside the D21 and picks up a D20. He rolls. His eyes go wide. The result is 19. You turn the card over. It is blank. It is a plaque of perfect, matte, light-absorbing black. There is no image, no name, only a cold, terrible emptiness that seems to pull at your very soul. You have drawn the Void. Dungeon Master's Guide, the Void. This black card spells disaster. Your soul is drawn from your body and contained in an object in a place of the GM's choice. Your body is incapacitated. The moment your eyes register the card, the world vanishes. You feel a lurch, a horrifying, instantaneous pull, not on your body, but on yourself. It is the sensation of the gate spell, but a billion times more powerful, a billion times more personal. Your retainers see your eyes roll back in your head. Your body, still clad in its simple tunic, goes utterly limp and collapses to the wooden deck of the Void Revenge. You are not dead. Your heart beats. You breathe, but you are gone. Aie, Milo screams, a sound of pure, unadulterated terror. No, Edda shouts, scrambling to your fallen form. My liege, Sir Kalen cries, drawing his greatsword as if he can fight what has taken you. Master, Percival shrieks, collapsing again. By the comet, no. Zakil whispers, his face pale. Malphas the Pit Fiend is the only one who moves. He lands on the deck, his form thrumming with terrible dark energy. His soul. It's gone. It's torn away. Fool. You mad, arrogant mortal. Fool. The DM pauses, his voice dropping to a near whisper. He looks you right in the eye. Sir Randall, you are a soul, an immaterial consciousness, adrift in an endless, starless void. Your body lies on the deck of your ship incapacitated. But you feel another power, a single thread, still connecting you to the world. The power you drew just 1 second before. You still hold the magic of the Fates. You can use this power right now to erase the drawing of the Void, as if it never happened. The card will fly from your hand, back into the deck, and your soul will snap back into your body, safe. Or you can accept this fate, and your retainers must begin the most impossible quest of all, to find and reclaim your soul from its unknown prison. What do you do? The DM nods slowly, a look of profound respect on his face. He takes the D20 that sealed your fate and sets it aside. You invoke the power of the Fates. You choose the event to erase, your own declaration. The DM's voice becomes a low, resonant hum. The cold, starless void that has claimed your soul shatters. The horrifying, silent pull reverses, like a film rewinding at impossible speed. The black, empty card in your hand, the void, flickers, dissolves into motes of light, and vanishes from existence. Your soul slams back into your body with the force of a thunderclap. The DM's voice returns to normal. You are standing on the bow of the Void Revenge, the wind and rain whipping at your tunic. You are breathing. You are whole. The deck of 21 cards is still in your hand. The terrified screams of your retainers are gone, erased from time. Instead, the scene is as it was just moments before. Percival Dunn is just catching his breath, relieved. The Fates, sir, that is a blessing. A miracle. Zakil, Blade of Vengeance, is scoffing. A subtle trick. A thread. What good is that in a... Sir Randall, your new knight, is walking toward them, having just been summoned. Your declaration, "I will pull 2 cards," was never spoken. The moment was erased. You stand on the bow, having successfully drawn 2 cards, the Knight and the Fates. The deck, now holding 20 cards, feels heavy in your hand, its latent power still thrumming. The choice is once again yours. What do you do? The DM's gaze is steady, locked on you. The air on the Void Revenge is so thick with tension it's almost impossible to breathe. You stand on the bow, a small smirk playing on your lips. You lock eyes with the hovering, monstrous form of Malphas. "Devil, look," you say, your voice calm. "I think the worst of the cards in this deck, you could call it my intuition, or maybe I've already seen my fate and changed it." Malphas's telepathic voice enters your mind, cautious and he did not see the void. He only saw you draw the Knight and the Fates. "Changed it, Master?" You drew a servant and a parlor trick. Do not mistake a glimmer of luck for true foresight. "Then let me show you what real ambition looks like," you declare, your voice rising to a shout to be heard over the wind and the hysterical sobs of your retainers. "I now declare I will pull 3 cards. The reaction is a symphony of despair. "No, sir, not again," Milo shrieks, dropping his chronicle. "Gods damn you, knight," Edda screams, chambering a crossbow bolt as if she could shoot you for your own good. "You had the Fates. You won." "My liege, no," Sir Randall shouts, stepping forward. "Do not tempt the cosmos. Your luck is spent." Percival Dunn, who had just recovered, simply makes a small, choked sound and faints again. Only Zakil laughs, his voice a booming, joyous roar. "Yes, yes, this is the madness I came for. Pull, knight, pull, and unmake the world." Malphas just stares, his mind caught in a loop of pure, horrified awe. 3? He would. He is magnificent times pull, master. Let the chronicle of your madness be written in fire. As always, you say, your voice a calm center in the storm of panic. "You all know what to do. If I shall die, take the wealth and resurrect me." You turn your back on them. You hold the deck of 20 remaining cards. I pull the first card. Your fingers close on the first plaque. You draw it. The DM rolls a d20. The result is 13. You turn it over. Etched upon it is the image of a single, gleaming silver coin, reflecting a brilliant full moon. You have drawn the Moon. Dungeon Master's Guide. The Moon. You are granted 1d4 wishes. A surge of pure cosmic power, a potential far greater than the Fates, floods your soul. You feel the universe open to you. You have been granted. DM rolls 1d4, a3. 3 wishes. Zakil howls in triumph. Wishes. He pulled wishes. The second card. You have 19 cards remaining. You declared 3. Your hand does not shake. You draw the second card. The DM rolls a d19. The result is 19. You turn it over. It is a skull, stark and white, its sockets pools of utter blackness. The card is the skull. Dungeon Master's Guide. The skull. You summon an avatar of death. This wraith-like creature is immune to all damage. The avatar attacks you, fighting until you are dead. If you are slain by the avatar, you are annihilated. A shadow falls over the deck. The temperature plummets, and the rain instantly freezes to hail. A 10-foot-tall skeleton, wrapped in a tattered cloak of pure necrotic shadow, materializes on the deck 30 feet from you. It has no weapon, only its ghostly, grasping hands. It is an avatar of death, and it has come for your soul. "God save US," Edda screams, firing a bolt that passes harmlessly through its form. The third card, the avatar of death, is materializing, a specter of your own doom. Your retainers are screaming. You have 18 cards remaining. You declared 3 cards. You ignore the avatar. You ignore the screams. You look the specter in its empty sockets. You pull the third card. The DM rolls a d18. The result is 1. You turn it over. The card is the Sun. Dungeon Master's Guide. The Sun. You gain 50,000 XP, and a wondrous item appears at your feet. The instant the card is revealed, a blast of pure golden holy light erupts from the plaque. It is not the light of the sun, it is the light of creation. It is so bright it vaporizes the rain, melts the hail, and parts the storm clouds above your ship. The avatar of death, a creature of pure necrotic shadow, is caught in this holy blast. It throws back its head and shrieks, a sound of ultimate, final despair. It is not just damaged, it is unmade. It dissolves into black smoke, utterly annihilated by its divine antithesis before it could even take a turn. The blast of holy light fades, leaving you standing on the deck, unharmed, a massive surge of power flowing through you. At your feet, where the light was brightest, a new item has appeared. A thick metal belt, forged of what looks like hammered gold and iron, embossed with the images of storm clouds and lightning bolts. It is a belt of storm giant strength, legendary, Dungeon Master's guide. You stand on the bow, breathing heavily. The deck is silent. Percival is fainted. Edda is staring, her crossbow hanging limp. Milo is weeping. Sir Kalen is on one knee, his head bowed. Zakiel is just staring at you, his warrior's arrogance completely gone, replaced by a look of pure primal fear. And Malphas is whispering, over and over in your mind. He pulled wishes. He summoned death. And he destroyed it. He summoned death and destroyed it in the same breath. He is not immortal. He is chaos. He is fate. I serve fate. The DM's voice is low, the previous excitement replaced by a tone of pure awe. He narrates the scene on the deck of the storm-tossed Void Revenge. Retainers, come. Hear the truthful story. There's no time for fainting. This time, it's the story of Sir Randall's battle with the deck. The crew, who had been in a state of shocked chaos, freeze. Percival Dunn, who Edda was just helping to his feet, stops, his face ashen. You lock eyes with Malphas. You devil, you said I pulled wishes? He summoned death. And he destroyed it. No. I did more. I held sway over my own mortal soul. I lost it to the void. And I took it back to my body. In front of your face, devil. You, who sees things true with your true sight, could not even see this. That is the power of my ambition. Do you still question it? A leaden silence falls over the deck. Zakiel, blade of vengeance who had been laughing, stops. His jaw hangs open. You undid? The void? Malphas rears back as if struck by a physical blow. His infernal, all-seeing eyes widen, and for the first time you see doubt in them. He is looking at you with his true sight, and he can see the faint, golden aura of the fates clinging to your soul and the blistering raw power of the sun. But he did not see the pull. He did not see the unmaking. You, a mortal, just blinded an archdevil to a cosmic event. The Pit Fiend's telepathic voice is a fractured, broken whisper, all his previous calculation and ambition shattered. I saw nothing. I saw you win. I did not see you fail. Your ambition? I do not question it, Master. I fear it. It is not ambition. It is a destiny you forge with your bare hands. It is impossible. I serve. Command me, Master. I serve. The DM now speaks as himself, his voice rising with narrative power. As Malphas speaks, the power of the Yuan, which had settled into your bones, finishes its work. As you well know, the Dungeon Master's Guide suggests that for every 30,000 XP a hero earns beyond 20th level, a new boon is granted. This single pull has granted you 50,000 XP, more than enough to qualify. You feel the fabric of fate which you so recently tore and rewove, settle upon you as a permanent mantle. You have gained a new epic boon of fate. You have a pool of 3 fate points. When you, or a creature you can see within 60 feet of you, makes an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can spend 1 fate point to roll a d6 and add it to the total. You can do this after the roll is made, but before the outcome is known. You regain all expended fate points at dawn. The DM closes his notes and leans back, smiling. The Void Revenge breaks through the storm clouds. Below you, the lights of Phandalin are a beacon of safety in the dark. You stand on the bow, a mortal knight who has faced a lich, an elder brain dragon, and the deck of many things, and one. You have 3 wishes. You have a belt of storm giant strength. You have Sir Kalen, your new loyal knight. You have the power to undo 1 event, and you now have the very power to bend fate to your will. Your retainers, terrified, awestruck, and utterly loyal, await your next command. The Chronicle of Sir Randall Gillian is no longer a tale of a knight's pilgrimage. It is now the gospel of a living god. Congratulations, Sir Randall. You have truly won. Here is a summary of your adventure, From your abduction by the Lich to your fated encounter with the Deck of Many Things. Act 1. The Dragon Cult Lich's Revenge. Your adventure began when a County Route 21 Lich, seeking revenge for his apprentice, used a 9th level gate spell to abduct you from Phandalin. Harbin Wester was accidentally dragged through with you. You, along with your bound pit fiend Malphas, were transported to a Dragon Cult airship in a demiplane. After defeating the Lich's 2 mage minions, you confronted the Lich itself. The battle was a high-level tactical engagement. You used your Indomitable feature to re-roll a failed save against the initial gate spell. You used your Shieldmaster evasion to take 0 damage from the Lich's fireball. You cleverly manacled the Lich, preventing it from using spells with somatic components. The Lich was forced to use its verbal-only spells, Dimension Door, and Power Word Kill, to escape and attack. After surviving a point-blank Eldritch Burst assault that left you with only 12 hydrogen phosphide, you used a potion of superior healing, drank a potion of growth, and used Malphas's mace to beat the Lich non-lethally into unconsciousness. You returned to Phandalin victorious, having captured the Lich, secured his airship, and looted his Eye of Vecna, which you chose to reject. Act 2. The Mind of the Worm. Weeks later, now at level 20, you were contacted by an Elder Brain Dragon who had captured Harbin Wester. It demanded the Lich's spellbook in exchange for Harbin's life. Recognizing this as a trap, you journeyed to the Deadstone Cleft to rescue him. Your infiltration of the dungeon was a systematic clearing of all threats. The Guardian. You were confronted at the entrance by a dragon turtle, which you, in a flurry of action surges and critical hits with your red wizard blade, killed in 2 rounds. The Alliance. You sent Malphas away with rescued prisoners and forged a new alliance. You freed the Githyanki warrior, Zakiel, Blade of Vengeance, by using your Calamemnon Crystal's Reduce spell on him to slip his manacles. Dungeon clearing. You and Zakiel, often enlarged by your potion of growth as a large creature, methodically cleared the dungeon, defeating multiple Mind Flayer Arcanists, Intellect Devourers, and a mutated dragon spawn. Traps and loot. You successfully disarmed a poison gas trap and a snare trap, and neutralized a collapsing bridge trap. Your meticulous investigations uncovered a trove of artifacts, including a crystal ball, Investigation 27, an iron flask, Investigation 30, and a Staff of the Magi, Investigation 27, the Death Tyrant. You willingly entered the lair of a Death Tyrant, taunted it with the Eye of Vecna, and used your final Indomitable charge to survive its disintegration ray. You and Zakiel then destroyed it, and your investigation of its lair, Investigation 30, revealed the Deck of Many Things. The final boss, you and Zakiel confronted the Elder Brain Dragon. You opened the fight by dealing 134 radiant damage with your Calamemnon Crystal's rays. You used Indomitable to resist its Mind Blast. After healing with Recover Vitality, you unleashed 6 attacks, with Action Surge, for 204 damage. The dragon's counter-assault reduced you to -1 hydrogen phosphide, but your Last Stand boon activated, instantly returning you to 122 HP. You finished the beast with your red wizard blade, permanently destroying its soul. Resolution. You rescued Harbin Wester from his pod, looted a Cloak of Invisibility, Investigation 28, and secured Zakiel's loyalty as a new companion. Act 3. The Fateful Gamble. Back on the Void Revenge, you revealed your ultimate ambition, to kill Tiamat. This horrified Malphas, who revealed Tiamat, is the Archduchess of Avernus. You then manipulated the Pit Fiend, offering him a path to usurp Tiamat's throne, securing his fanatical, newfound loyalty. Finally, you chose to tempt fate by pulling from the Deck of Many Things. 1. First pull, you drew the Knight, summoning a new loyal 4th-level fighter Sir Randall to your service. 2. Second pull, you drew the Fates, granting you the power to erase 1 event. 3. Third pull, declaring you would pull 3 more, you drew the Moon, granting you 3 wishes. The Skull, summoning an Avatar of Death. The Sun, granting you 50,000 XP and a Belt of Storm, Giant Strength. 4. The Climax. The Holy Light from the Sahu'an card instantly annihilated the Avatar of Death from the Skull card. The XP gain also granted you the Boon of Fate, 2024 version. You ended the adventure victorious, in possession of staggering new power, a rescued Townmaster and a loyal war council. Milo, Edda, Percival, Sir Randall, Zakiel and Malphas, ready to help you plan your war against the gods.